Alright. Howdy, everybody. I'm back. I'm back with more Shadows over Loathing. And, funny thing, I looked up how many companions there were in this game because I was like, you know, we've only picked up 2 people. I wonder, I wonder where the rest of the companions are at, because I think we're nearly done. Like, there's 1 chapter left in the game. There's, like, 6 total. And apparently there's 7 companions in this game, and I just missed, like, all of them. So, that's not happening. But, instead we're just gonna be, I guess, like, sticking with Molly for the time being, because I don't want to, like... a couple of the companions we just missed straight up permanently, and, like, the rest would require, like, a lot of backtracking, so I'm not in the mood to do that. I'm kind of tired, I'm not gonna lie, today, because I had to wake up super early. I didn't sleep as much as I wanted to last night, so honestly, I'm kind of focused on. I like this game, but I want it to be over. So we're gonna be right now. What we're going to be doing is we're gonna deal with like our last loose ends in Gray County, and yeah, we're going to finish up any like loose ends that haven't been like that haven't been tied up yet, and then we're going to head back to Ocean City, get access to like the last part of the game, and then see like how much progress we can make there. I want to finish Molly's vignette thing. Apparently, the jail that we're supposed to go to is like in the next section, so we can do that then. And honestly, that'll be as far as I want us to take things. Maybe we'll pick up Gabby and see if she's got anything to say, but for right now, that's kind of our plan. I don't plan on streaming for longer than like 2.5 hours, so if we don't finish it today, maybe we'll stream tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see where it's at when we're done for today. I might just like push through it, and then just like, you know, by the end of the stream I'll be some like comatose zombie, like just autopiloting through the game until we get to the credits, and then I'll be like, ah, it's over, good night, and then I close the stream. That could happen, but for right now we're just gonna focus on our side objectives and then head back to Ocean City, and we'll just see where the game takes us. So, with that said, we're in Pukwudgie Village. I think we're supposed to beat up some. Yeah, we're here to beat up fairy people. Guess we'll do the knife trick. I kind of like that as an opener. Why does everything hits hard in this game? I swear. That's 10 damage on that guy. Oh, 28. Jesus, everything's tough. Christmas, it's going to be dead. We're going to kill Crimbo. It is halfway through January. Take the decorations down. It's Valentine's season, according to the stores. Christmas is illegal. On this guy real quick. This one, 2. And why not this guy? Okay, that's 2 people that'll be dead next turn because they're all bleeding. Then I guess we'll 18 physical damage on the serpent. Also on the serpent. If those stores were any kind of prepared, it would be St. Patty's Day already. Oh, yeah. Where's the alcohol at? Jesus Christ, that's a lot of DOT. She's not gonna make it. Alright. I'm alone. Alone again. One's dead. One is also dead. There we go. Alright, whatever, it works out. As long as the most important person on the field, me, is alive at the end of the fight, that's all I care about. Holy stacks, Banana Man. I like that. Got Puckwudgie Poison. This tiny vial of poison would be a great prop if you wanted to put on a miniature version of Romeo and Juliet. Orange Puckwudgie hat. It's an unfashionable shape, but don't worry, it's also an embarrassing color. You know, just in case you want to be thorough and making sure you don't get invited back to parties. And then a Puckwudgie arson charm. In a list of 3 crimes, the 3rd crime's the arson. Wow. Set enemy on fire equal to your moxie once per fight. Neat. A miniature jewelry store. Looks like it's closed. Open it for business. You punch a hole through the back wall of the store and take everything that fits you. We got an old wedding ring. We can sell. And we got an inspiring ring. That looks nice. It's open now. The Puckwudgie Hospital is a place of healing and hurting. All right, good start. Everyone's poisoned. One thing that's different about this game compared to West of Loathing is that, like, this game definitely, the turns feel a lot heavier, like, which does make combat a little bit quicker, I think, but it kind of reminds me of what happened with, what was it? There's a game, Wasteland 3, where when you fight people in that game, everyone does like a ton of damage to each other, which would often mean that whoever gets the first turn tends to win combat. So what would happen is that the game would often try to like trick you. You would get into like dialogue with a group of enemies. They'd be like, "Oh, what the hell are you doing here?" And then you will have 2 dialogue options. One is, "I am here to fucking murder you," which will initiate combat and you get the first turn, or it will be, "Hey, don't worry, I'm just here to check out your hinges," and then if you click that one, that's a trap. That one will give the other guys an opportunity to say, "Oh yeah, we don't have any hinges, motherfucker," and then they'll initiate combat on you, and then they'll get the first turn, and then in their first turn they'll definitely kill at least half of your squad. So this game kind of reminds me of that, where if you don't win in like the first turn, generally you lose. Because it looks like the health, my health hasn't been going up that high, but the damage has been getting really, really high. Like, nothing's changed about the fact that people will kill you in like 1 to 2 hits in this game. We'll cook. I'm here to cook. That's all I'm here to do. Alright, 15. That person's dead. This one's 3 and 5. 3 and 4, this person's dead. 3 and 5, 8. So, if I do 7 damage to this person, they'll die. But they're resistant to the Parmesan missile. No, wait, never mind. 7 to stench damage. There we go. That's 1 dead, 2 dead. Yeah, 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead. Then we kill this one. Math. I graduated elementary school. No. God damn it. Okay, well that fucks up all my plans. Cool. Thank you, Mr. Fairy. I appreciate it. This is what happens when you wear a ring that like lends your fate to chaos. Okay, we're good. Excellent. You've reduced the hospital's payroll obligations by 100%. See? I'm doing good. Puckwudgie medicine bag. This bag contains the latest in Puckwudgie medical technology. From the smell of it, they seem to have recently discovered a lot of mentholatum. Oh my god. That's a new one on me. What is that? Mentholatum is a soothing or lavender-scented vaporizing rub that provides maximum strength cough relief for your child. Wow. Oh wow, you can jump with right click. Hang on. Can I like stomp on the ashes of this of this firehouse? Hell yeah. Hospital's empty. That is a tree. A high-rise Pukwudgie apartment building. You can easily rile a few of them up if you banged on some windows. The sign says Pukwudgie Village, established July 22nd, 1828. That's weirdly specific. A massage parlor. By the temperature and the architecture, you say this is an ice... They have a firehouse and an ice house. Damn. My town doesn't have that. If the firehouse is for putting out fires, is the ice house for putting out... Well, no, but the firehouse was full of arsonists. So if the... I don't understand. I guess the ice house is for freezing people? Like Dr. Freeze? Alright, I'm nearly dead already. That's a good start. 3, 4, dead. 3, 12, 15, 11. We can do 9. Hang on. Crack. There we go. You know, it's weird. Increasing my stats doesn't do much. Back in West of Loathing, everything was stat dependent. In this game, everything has like flat damage. A little weird. Attacking the poison your entire party. Ew. That thing's dead. This thing's dead. This thing's dead. So we'll take out the slicer. Donk. I'm cooking. I'm cooking with a wrench. That's how real men do it, you know? Spooky. And we'll clip this guy's kneecaps. Get over here. I like how she says she uses a club to break the kneecaps when she does it against the Pukwudgies. She's basically doing the equivalent of like hitting a person with a tree trunk. You successfully evicted that family of Pukwudgies. Pukwudgie massage oil, a blend of fine oils including mineral, olive, and used motor. Increase your muscle by 1 and your maximum AP by 2. Ooh. Green Pukwudgie hat. Barring this, you can pretend to be a 20-foot tall Robin Hood, stealing entire fireplaces from the rich and using them to warm the poor. A Pukwudgie shank. A blade as nasty and short as the brute who fashioned it. Moxiplex 6 deals. Cause 3 bleeding. 135 meat. They probably weren't even related. Is that like an infinite? That is infinite, I guess. Yeah. It's another farming place. Oh, is that a void? Close that shit. You peek inside the ice house. It's full of big, plump, chilled grubs. Oh. Ew. Back at it. I could... This number is so small. Like, it's so sad. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Well, let's boost everyone's... Let's cheer everyone on. There we go. Alright, 3, 7, 10. That's good. And Munster. We hit her once. There we go. That'll... Okay, she's dead. 3, 3... 6 damage for the dancing tentacle. We should probably take it out before it boosts everyone. Just chop it in half with a slice of Swiss. Sewer, that damages me and reduces all my stats. Damages Molly, reduces her stats. Slices her for most of her health. I guess we'll wrench this one. Oh god. He's massaging my kneecaps. Damn, my left knee is gonna be loose as hell after this. $16 physical damage. I don't know, just kill this guy, I guess. -11 muscle. Ooh. $16 poison. Good god. Look at how dense this stack is. It's like a Pringles can. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. That man is dead. Incredible. Incredible. You love to see it. That thing didn't fall over. Feels good. Destroyed a massage parlor. These barracks must be where the Puckwudgies keep their little army. Declare war. Pringles could never stack this many. Maybe they should fill their maybe if they wanted to stack more, they should fill their cans with poison instead. I'm sure that'll work out. We'll just kill the Mushman. There we go. 9 bleed damage straight to the crotch. Terrible. Okay. Let's cheer. Go, go, let's go. Kill those midgets. Okay. Stab me, stab Molly. These guys do a lot of damage. Damn. Any mysticality on these people? No. Doesn't look like it. Well, that's not gonna help me. Metal armor, 6 on fire, 30 sleeves damage. We could stilt and splatter all of them. Then have Molly do her knife trick. That could help. The Serpent's gonna go down. Molly, me. I can survive that. I can't survive that. Okay. So I should kill. This guy's gonna take 7 damage, so he's gonna be down to 15. Hang on. Math. I need to do 5 more damage to this guy. Baseball. Wrong person. Hang on. Why did it change targets? Do I have anything else that does damage for a turn? Deal 5 cold damage, reduce her muscle by 3. We'll just hit this guy with a slush ball. That should work. -3 muscle, that works. Okay, this guy's dead. And I could take 1 more person out. We'll kill this guy because he does poison. Donk. No, Serpent. Wait, is Molly gonna die anyway? Excuse me, mister. Oh, she's barely alive. Okay. 12 bleeding, let's do it. Get these guys out of here. One thing I like about the Loathing games is the capacity for planning the turns out like this. The damages, like you said, are flat numbers or are outright listed as the amount of damage intended next turn. I do like that it's straight up about how much damage things are. The standing army is now lying down. Feels good. It kind of reminds me of, because like, one game that's really honest about its numbers is Fire Emblem. And in that and that's kind of important in that game because it provides some... It provides a little bit of predictability to a game with, like, permadeath. So... I think that's pretty neat. You know, I don't think we had a quest here. I think I just beat all of these little dudes up for like no reason. I did just to take their money, I think. I still haven't been to Augustus Dirch's house. 150 pounds of sugar. Do we have that? I don't think we do. Alright, whatever. We gotta get back to... We gotta talk to someone. For the Dawn. What does he want? Greasy Steve at Fish and Chips. Ooh. Ooh. We're a little behind. They look like slackers, and slackers have money to burn. Ooh. A man in a really slick suit, described as such because it is both expensive and covered in grease, is stuffing his face. This guy has got to be Greasy Steve. Hi, you're Greasy Steve. I like how you didn't phrase that as a question. You're a cool customer, kid. I get what Donnie Thesaurus sees in you. Put her there. He wipes his hand on his lapel and offers you a handshake. You take it with a grimace, and your hand immediately slides out of his grip. Now here's the deal. We got some, what you might call it, dirty meat, see? And we gotta get it laundered. Meat laundering? I don't know much about that. It's easy. The only tricky part is you gotta find a way into SIT's laundry room to do it. SIT's laundry room? Like, get actual laundry? Yeah, on account of how it's a steam laundry, and only a steam laundry is gonna be powerful enough to clean this particularly dirty meat. Hand slide. Nice one. He passes you a sack under the table. Do I want Greasy Steve's sack? And you take a look inside. Bag of dirty meat. Ugh. Yeah, I can see that you see what I mean. Anyway, get that cleaned up and bring it back to me, and you'll get your payment. He pats a briefcase sitting next to his chair. Gross. Well, alright. Honk. Alright. Where the hell is the laundry room? We'll go to the scalar wing. If it's there. Honig, or hello? Do you find yourself in need of a fuse this fine day? No, thank you. Until next semester, then, I don't know what that stands for. Continue where you're going. He just handed off his dirty meat sack. Disgusting. Under the table, too. Oh, there's the laundry room. The laundry room is currently closed for repairs. We apologize for the inconvenience and ask that you please refrain from washing your socks in the drinking fountains. Right. We need to get under. I need to remember how to get below the place. Get our way out of here. Anywho. How do we get down there? We'll just go to Rufus's lab. Oh, there's Rufus's gadget. Up to 7. Steam powered. This would dry your clothes way faster than boiling them. Oh my god. It's a steam-powered washing machine. Launder the mob's meat. You don't want to look at that gross, filthy meat again, so you just throw the whole thing into the machine and start the wash cycle. You wait. The machine continues to launder the meat. You continue waiting. You continue waiting. You twiddle your thumbs for a while. You continue waiting. It is quite boring. You continue waiting. It is extremely boring. You continue waiting. It is quite boring. You continue waiting. It is extremely boring. Let's skip to the end. You take advantage of the fact that time can pass at an arbitrary rate during one of these dialogues and skip to the end of the whole laundry process. You got an item. Bag of laundered meat. This bag's as clean as the bag a whistle came in. As far as you know, the meat inside is equally clean. Finally. This fucking game. Right, let's just deactivate these robots real quick. I think we've already seen all of these little random encounters. Greasy Steve nods as you approach. Give him the laundered meat. You glance around to make sure nobody is watching, and slide the sack of freshly laundered meat across the table. Greasy Steve opens the sack and glances inside. Nice job, kid. Use your payment. He picks up his briefcase, empties the sack into it, and slides the briefcase back to you. Seriously? He shrugs and goes back to stuffing his face. Leave him to it. Alright, sick. That was easy. Back to Ocean City, where I left my heart and pants behind. Call Don T. Call the mob back. Don Toblerone speaking. Don? That was unusually concise. Are you feeling okay? The boss is mad about our telephone bill. I have been encouraged to keep this brief. I see. Well, what's the job? Greasy Steve will have the details for you. Back we go. Greasy Steve swallows and drags his sleeve across his mouth. Hey kid, good to see you. Have a french fry. They have fries here? I didn't see them out on the menu. I bring my own from home. I'll pass, thanks. How much meat was in that thing? I think we'll see. What's the job? The boss has decided we need to send a message to Congressman Chutney. You familiar? Sure. The message is when information is conveyed from one person to another. I met with the congressman. Oh, never met him. His son Chadley... His son Chadley is a student here. Lives at one of the frat houses, Zeta Omega Omicron. I know the place, so you're gonna make young Chad sleep with the fishes. Whoa, whoa, I didn't sign up for... Greasy Steve passes you a large sack of rotting fish. Oh. Well, I didn't sign up for this either. Look, all you gotta do is get into the kid's room. It's a lead pipe cinch. I don't know what that means, but okay. I guess. And we're gonna make him quite literally sleep with a bag of rotten fish. Understood. What is in the... We've got 2 briefcases full of meat. I just got one earlier and forgot to open it. This one had 400. That's a lot of Gabagool. What does this one have? This one's got 500. Hell yeah. I'm rich, and I have nothing to spend this money on. There's a fight going on in there. That requires stench armor. This gold-plated door has a sign on it that says C. Chutney. It seems reasonable to assume that the C stands for Chadley. Chadley Chutney, what a name. You sneak into Chad's room and dump the rotting fish out into his bed. After tonight's inevitable rager, he'll stagger back to his room and pass out without even noticing them. The perfect crime. Bada bing, bada boom. Back to Ocean City. Actually, wait, hang on. Do I need to report back to the man? You sit down across from Greasy Steve. So, how'd it go, kid? You got some news for me? Yeah, the kid's bed is full of fish. It was a lead pipe cinch, like you said. I still don't know what that means, though. Nobody does. That's what makes it such a great turn of phrase. The mob is not messing around. They will make your entire life stinky. Yeah, it'll... I feel like if you slept in a bed full of rotten fish, I feel like that stench would, like, stick with you in your brain for eternity. Like, it's just branded into your subconscious. Like, you just lay down in a bed and you just won't feel comfortable, because you'll be like, there's no fish in this bed, is there? Anyway, nice job, kid. Now Congressman Chutney will really know who he's dealing with. He sure will. Briefcase full of meat. I hope the mob likes me. That's a lot of gabagool. 600 meat. Hot damn. Back to the phone. Salutatory greetationing. Jesus Christ. The person who has activated this telephonic mechanism and with whom you are now conversating is known as Don Toblerone. I thought your boss said you had to keep it brief now? We devised and then agreed upon an arrangement deemed satisfactory to both parties. Let me guess, you're paying the phone bill. Your guessing prowess is preternaturally efficacious. That's what they tell me. You got another job? Once again, the particulars of this undertaking are being held in escrow and will be transmitted to you oraliously by our colleague who... Greasy Steve got it. Okay, bye. Back to it. Jesus Christ. Wally's reading again. Greasy Steve gives you a serious nod. Sit down. What's up with the grim look, Steve? Got a serious job for you this time, kid. And it ain't gonna be easy. After those last 2 jobs, I can deal with the challenge. That's an attitude that'll take you far, kid. Maybe right off a cliff, though. So what's the job? Oh, fuck. There's this vampire. A real mean SOB that got one of our capos really steamed. Like, really steamed. As in, literally steamed the guy to death. What? It's one of those mist-type vampires, you know? But real hot. And I don't mean hot as in good-looking. I see. Maybe. The fight was in the steam tunnels under SIT. We managed to seal the thing up in there, but someone's got to go take care of it for good. And that's where I come in, huh? That's the long and short of it, kid. Here's the combination to the door, but don't go in there half-cocked. He hands you a folded slip of paper and a sack of rotting vegetables. We've got every corner of like a horrible breakfast. We've got spoiled vegetables, rotting fish, and dirty meat. How are these supposed to help? They're not. I just want you to throw them away from me. Or hell, keep them. I don't care. Does your muscle plus 4 sleeves damage? You don't know what kind of vegetables they are, and you're certainly not going to open the bag to find out. Great. Okay, so we need to go to the steam tunnels and find some vampires. The head pops out of the storm drain. Grants a perk allowing the use of an extra combat item every round. Sure. A good deal and a great victory for 3 thinking. Don't ever buy your textbooks new, my friend, and don't let them ever make you think you gotta. Great. Oh, I already knew about this book. Oh well, that's a waste of meat. I forgot. I already had this. What does gather cheese chi? Increases your mysticality by 3. Sure, why not? You add hundreds of mantras to what you ironically refer to as your arsenal of peace. Gather cheese chi has been upgraded. Unfortunately, the last mantra you memorized apparently took up the mind space you were using to keep track of the book, and you misplace it. Om mani padme hum. Alright, how much XP do we have? 223. Where are we lacking in terms of armor? We've got a lot of hot armor. We need some cold armor. We've got plenty of spooky armor. We've got plenty of sleaze armor. Guess we could read some spooky. Because that's hot armor, which we have way too much of, so... We'll just go, read a scary story for children. There we go. Spooky armor will help, because we're fighting, we're talking about vampires over here. Laundry room. Barbecuing maintenance access, is that where the vampires are? No. Is this where the steam vampires are? No. Spiderwing? Maybe? No. X-Rock Mines, perhaps? No, we can't get there. Oh, is this it? No. You think we could ask them? It's like, hey, you see any vampires around here? Guess not. Do we have any perks on? Like any effects from food? Yeah, we do. Oh, there it is. This store has a combination lock on it. Use the combination Greasy Steve gave you. Steve's note says 1, 2, 3. Geez, these guys. You dial in the combo and the lock clicks open. Head inside. Oh, they're crouched like frogs. Okay. A group of nasty vampires is enjoying the steam. Their boss leers at you malevolently. Talk to them. You seem like you've got something to say. Me? I am merely amused that those mob ruffians have sent a neophyte to clean up a mess of which one of their own lieutenants could not. I will boil your blood like a sweet mulled wine, human, and my servants and I will drink a toast to your demise. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting. Let's go. I've got a puckwudgie. No, these guys aren't that tough. This game's animation is incredible. Gotta say. Real masterclass in the art. $37, that person's dead. Math. Okay. Swing them arms. Windmill them. Alright, we can cook this puckwudgie. Weak against cold damage, immune to on fire. I don't have cold damage currently. Well, I had one thing that could have done. Oh, right. I could kill it like... I could like overkill it by more than twice its health and damage, but I'd rather not. That seems like a waste. 5. We could like just execute one of these guys with a slice of Swiss. I'll take care of him for now. Mm-hmm. Oh. 1 hot damage. Incredible. He's boiling me, guys. He's doing it, I swear. Incredible work. Sorry, there was a bug flying around me. I got it. Slow flyer. I had this one time where I was doing homework at my desk, and there was like a some bug. I don't remember. I don't know what it was. Small flying bug landed next to me and just kind of stood there, and I was like, you know, I kill bugs like on site all the time. I'm just gonna leave this one alone. And I just kind of finished up my work, and then I looked over to it, and I saw it still standing there. I was like, man, is this thing okay? And I kind of like brushed it with my finger, and then it just fell over. Apparently the bug like flew, landed on my desk, and then just kind of decided to die there. That's actually the second story I have of an animal that I was kind of near that just kind of died. I hope that's not a running trend in my life. That'd be a little disturbing. Rip to that bug. Ooh, I could fish. This old disintegrating boiler is currently being powered by a bunch of burning garbage. Yep, just right down the pipe. A handful of steam. You can throw it some water just this side of too hot to handle. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, guess we have to fight some fishmen. Stilton splatter. Amazing. I love the tentacle animations in this game, because they just don't make sense. A chum bucket. This bucket contains a feast fit for a king, as long as it's the king of some kind of disgusting fish kingdom, and his throne is a gross toilet. Fish liver oil. The fishermen carry little vials of this stuff around to protect their skin from the open air. And a slapping trout. Being used to hitting someone upside the face counts as swimming upstream. Alright, I killed the vampire for you. I honestly didn't expect to see you again. You got a real talent. Ah, it was nothing. Nah, don't sell yourself short. You got a real future in the organization. That's probably the last job you'll be getting from me. You've dealt a fatal blow to the bloodsuckers in this territory, so if the boss has any more work for you, it'll be somewhere else. Good luck, kid. Thanks, Steve. Swukam? I can't read Cyrillic. Diga? Bueno. Moshi Moshi. Toblerone? Guten Tag. Solunga. Met Donald. Allo? Allah? Da Molim? Stick to English or I quit. Your resistance to international forms of communicationing may prove to have a hinderancing effect on you in the future. Our organization possesses... That's a typo. Possesses ambitions of operating worldwide-wise. I'll jump off that bridge when I get to it. What do you need? An incomplex reacquisition. A team of our operatives transportizing a shipment of alcohol through the local wetlands encountered difficulties and were compelled to abandon their submarine. Submarine. The wetlands proved to be drier than we had anticipated. Uh-huh. So you need me to recover the booze. Where do you want me to take it? You may return the booze as your recompense. You may retain the booze as your recompense. Our only requiration is that it not be acquired by Prohibition agents for fear that they may discover our fingerprints upon it. Ah, yeah. Glass bottles do take fingerprints pretty readily. The bottles as well. Yes, that is an excellent point. He gives you directions to the wrecked submarine. Okay, I'm on my way. This mob is, like, scarily well supplied. They have a submarine? There it is. In the corner of the sponge. You come across a busted and smoking truck in the depths of the swamp. The driver, eating a sandwich in the cab, gives you a sorry shrug. Engine plumb ran out of grease, he said. Squeeze some more grease out of the engine. A mechanical mind always knows where to find a little more grease. Soon the truck's engine is sleek and ready to sprint like a powerful horse once again. Ooh, hobo code. There's some hobo code painted on the tail fin. The code reads, disappointing lack of sandwiches inside. Ah well, four-horned is four-armed, I guess. It's a periscope, which is a device for looking at guys named Perry. No Perrys on the horizon today, Captain. This hatch is labeled torpedo, including the period. The wheel on the hatch is stuck fast. No amount of grunting or straining will make it go round and round. Aww, that sucks. The back half of the submarine is blocked by an impenetrable tangle over it. This thing's been here for a while. Submariners must have used their extra steam to do their laundry. The washer contains a very nasty hat. Mildewy sailor's hat. There's nothing more aggressive than a sailor who's angry that their hat is all gross. +4 to melee weapon attacks. Internal pressure. Turn the dial. Nothing happens. Got it. It's a hatch leading to the submarine's lower deck. You open the hatch to discover that the lower deck is completely flooded. You'll need some kind of breathing apparatus if you want to go down there. We have something like that, don't we? We've got a Puba helmet. But that's just for... That's for something else. Does that work? Hang on. This pipe is clogged. Unclog it. There we go. Russian clogs. It was clogged with clogs. Okay. A dancing Russian plumber's favorite and least favorite thing. Adds a kick when you're Russian places. Okay. Now what's in here? That's a lot of Gabagool. Jesus. Breathing apparatus. I don't have like a... I guess I don't have something, because like the gas mask isn't gonna do it. Hang on. We'll put the let's put the oil hat back on. There's a hat store here. Let's see if they've got anything for us. Not in that direction. Oh, maybe there isn't a hat place. Maybe it's just a pants place and I was mistaken. Do we have anything? Found some cherries. Nice, these will be the cherry on top. The cherry gives plus 10% to item drops. Gotcha. Absinthe and milk with a dash of bitters. That sounds terrible. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna look something up so that we can do this quick. What are the hats in? Vision chips, got it. Oh, this thing. Hang on. Can we... Wait, hang on. Wait, how do we get this? I can't. Wait, hang on. Okay, you need 9 muscle, apparently. Can we do that? Currently got 6. Oh, dear. I've got 21 pencils. Why did I do that? You need some swamp meat. Consuming it'll replace blue. Oh, whatever. You gnaw on the dried swamp meat for a while and then spit out the gristle, which was actually like 90% of the stuff by volume. Swamp protein. You're fortified with salt and protein that was unknowingly bequeathed to you by some anonymous swamp animal. Hell yeah. Okay, that's 8 muscle. Now we need, I guess, like a hat that gives muscle. Does my hat already give muscle? No, it gives moxie. We can equip the Stetson. There we go! A wooden statue with a metal diving helmet for a head. Tear its head off. Hey, this is actually a real diving helmet. Good instincts. Alright, sick. I've used violence to solve my problems. Let's go. What was I wearing before? Not that one. Yeah, the gardening pants. I still haven't. The Ciabatta's pants might be better, but I don't really need higher mystic count. Yeah, whatever. We'll just put them on. Bus stop. Hoist. To the submarine. A radio transmission cuts through this thick swamp air. A series of beeps and tones of varying length and pitch. Random noise, perhaps, or some coded message? Scribe pattern in the sounds. Why, it's Morse code. Ain't a distress call. As you listen further, you learn that a frog has swallowed a shortwave radio and now suffers intestinal trouble. You locate the frog and relieve him in a manner best left unexplained. Oh dear. Ew. Alright. Let's go. These torpedoes have been ruined by water. Somebody should have damned them. This crate has been crusted shut by freshwater barnacles. Ironically, this is a crate of rust remover. The lock on this lockbox has rusted away, making it just a regular box. Riches! Riches were inside. Okay. Is that it? Where's the alcohol? I guess someone made off with it. We should check the area, I guess. Gone. Well, this ladder leads back up to what you assume is referred to as the mezzanine of the submarine. We set this to like 50, what happens? Small burst of steam as the pressure changes. Does that do anything? Where'd the booze? Through this pothole, you could just barely make out a chart on the wall of the submarine. Oh, hey. You strain your eyes, but the chart is either slightly too far away, the submarine is slightly too dark, or some combination of those two factors. Years of study have taught you how to deliberately damage your eyes in order to learn things. Those years of study finally pay off as the text on the chart reveals itself. Torpedo tube pressure, 19 psi. Good old 19 psi. Classic pressure value. Okay, that's what we're doing. Oh, you open the torpedo tube and recover the mob shipment of booze. We've got tequila, baby. Okay, we didn't need the diving helmet at all. Whatever. Huzzah! Booze. Hey there, Fancy Dan. I found a case of illegal mob swamp tequila. Gracias, muchacho. What does that give you? 1 muscle, 1 mysticality. Hey, I'm down. Oh, the mob died. Hallo informel groten aan u. Mijn naam is Don Toblerone en ik spreek u aan de telefoon. Spreek you on the telephone. Is this Dutch? English. Dutch is nearly English. Endeavor to not be so culturally unsophisticated. It will impede your personal growth. Hallo, informel groten aan you. My name is Don Toblerone. Okay, whatever. I have heard people speak Dutch, and it does sound like someone speaking English with a really incomprehensible accent. That's what Dutch sounds like to me. Anyway, your submarine booze is safe. Bravo! You are certain to enjoyify it. It is our newest vintage. Your next assignment will be to renovate an elderly and formerly abandoned radiophonic transmission station. Renovate it? Renovate it such that it no longer contains any vampires. We are apprehensive of the possibility that they will use the equipment contained therein to drop eaves upon our privational communications. Dutch is a silly language and I will die on that hill. Well, I certainly wouldn't wish that on anyone. But whatever, I know the place you mean. I already cleared the vampires out of there. A fortuitous revelation. Your expediency is really off of the charts, so to speak. Your payment shall be delivered to your bed adjacent furniture forthwith. You hear someone opening the window in your bedroom. Swell. There's nobody you need to call right now. Alright, I guess we're all caught up. It's Jessica. Hi, Jessica. I found the sickle. It was... well, there were some bad implications about this whole situation with the shadow monsters and the government? Not that there weren't already, but this is turning out to be a pretty big bite to chew. That's disquieting. But it fits in with the readings we've been getting from the Detectatron. What kind of readings? Get some sleep and I'll tell you about it in the morning. I want to look some stuff up first. Get some sleep, she says. Here's a big old cliffhanger, she says. Not the two most compatible ideas. Thanks again for the rescue, Musa. I'd have been corned beef hash with a side of eggs if you hadn't showed up. Ah, it was nothing, Charles. I basically just followed your wrenches. Here's your wrenches back, by the way. Nice. Knew these babies would come in handy for something someday. Don't you use them for, like, wrenching? Well, the 7/8, yeah. The 255, 256, not so much. Gotcha. Anything I can help you with? Nothing right now, Charles. Alright, let's uncurse that sickle. You submit the wretched and writhing sickle to the machine, handle first, as is customary and polite. The curve of the blade cups your palm, licks at your skin. You shudder. The shadow cast by this thing is long, and in its yawning shade you feel the span of the universe. This one is different. This is the deep magic. There is something about this sickle. What it was used for, perhaps? With your eyes closed, you can almost see it. Long stalks of wheat drifting in the blue moon. The corn folk in a burned circle, dancing, stripped to the waist. Up! The sickle's up in the air. Oh, you're going to see it. You're going to see the mystery. Yes? Honk! You got an item, uncursed sickle. The machine snorts the curse up into its singular domed nostril. That's a good clean sickle now, ready for reaping. In the chair, you think you hear chanting and the stomp of dancing feet. The curse of the sickle awaits in the machine, and it is preparing for something. Face it. Corn. Oh, I don't like this. Dude, cornfields give me like a bad feeling. This car is too modern. I don't like that. That's a future car. That doesn't make sense. Nick was supposed to stay with the car. Open the door. The road map's where you left it, but Nick sure ain't. You nabbed the keys. Not like Nick to leave these lying in the ignition. The cord is extremely worse than the other cornfield, yeah. You take the map. You got it for whatever good it's gonna do you. This field's so far away from anything. Start the car. This thing ain't going anywhere on 4 flats. Engine's fried too. Damn it. Pop the trunk. It's locked. Unlock it. Nick, I swear you better not be in there. Just a spare tire, no jack, and a copy of The Terminator on tape. Oh yeah, this is like... Watch The Terminator. Get real. Close the trunk without watching The Terminator. Okay, we're like 60 years in the future, I guess. That's where this curse is taking us. Alright, the last and only house on the road. Knock. Hey, anyone home? I need help. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not very happy to see what I just saw. Hey there. Do you know what this is? Huh? A certain forge-bound golem smithed this blade for me. I asked him to make a weapon that could kill even you. Am I famously hard to kill? I can find you now wherever you go, Musa, and I will... and I will cut you 1,000 times until you are dead. That's not my name. You're looking for someone else. Die now. When you wake, you will see me again. I don't know what you're talking about. I already killed you once, jackass. Uh-oh. Hey, cat. Is this some sort of head massager? Oh, dear. We've swapped places. Amazing. What is... Oh, we're going back. Look, I'm a conservative gentleman. I like my ham plain and class divides in... I like my ham plain and class divides entrenched in law. That's fucking funny. Okay, that one fucking got me. But when it comes to winning baseball games, I'll try anything. Even putting in someone who's wandered into the dugout during play. What do you see, rookie? I'm in, coach. Then step on up and take a bat. And because it's your first time, that's yours to keep. Huh, I wonder if this could do some damage to that scarecrow. Whatever you do with that bat on your own time is your business. Right now, I need you to get out there and win this game. Yes, coach. You coming back, Bedman? Oh, from the sky. Wow. This is bizarre. It is bizarre. Can you help me? Oh, yeah, baby, yeah. Oh, behave. Oh, get away from me. Honestly, baby, I wouldn't hurt a fly. Oh, that is weird. Hi, can you help me with something? Naturally, welcome patron, for this establishment is indeed an antique store, and I, its proprietress. Being such, I can assure thee the establishment and its personnel are put to no other purpose than safe and legal trade of antique goods. Never mind. There's a scarecrow trying to kill me. A scarecrow? Why, that would make an unwelcome assailant and a vexing predicament, but how can I be of any assistance being, as I am, an antique store proprietress and not a farmer or agriculturalist? Okay, never mind. Apologies, and etc. How else may I be of subject to thee this fine afternoon? Just leave her alone. Gabby? Well, howdy there, stranger. Welcome to the store, though I reckon there ain't much here to interest a nice young gal like yourself. See, we only sell dusty books and sorts here. Ain't nothing more exciting than going on here, no ma'am. Can you help me with a scarecrow that wants to kill me? Well, now, that's a tough one, sure enough. I can't rightly say I'd know what to do about that, ma'am. See, you gotta understand, us cowboys, we're a dying breed. They don't want folk like us no more. We only know one way, and that's the way of the West. All these new technologies and sciences that are coming in, well, I reckon the world's fixing to put the old cowboy out to pasture. You think a scarecrow is new technology? Ain't much for numbers and years, ma'am. Guns, trains, horses, and beans. That's all I know. By the way, west is north now. Say that again? What's what now? They changed west to north decades ago. Aw, jeez, man. Why'd you have to go and say a thing like that? Are you okay? There really ain't no place for the old cowboy no more, huh? Can I get you some water? Oh, she died! Oh my god! Oh, what's up, dude? I think I took a wrong turn there. Quite the contrary. You and I were always fated to meet. Seriously? Why? Time does not ask why. It only moves in a single direction, to a single destination, and that is this place. Oh, okay. Do you know why we have met? I hope it's about my scarecrow issue. It is not your scarecrow issue. You are pursued by a creature whose blade carves the flesh of reality itself. We must decide how you are to kill it. How am I supposed to do that? The sickle is a powerful blade, but I ask you, what is the one weapon that cannot be bested? Rock and roll! Have you learned nothing? Time is the only weapon for which there is no defense. The sickle was a powerful blade for its time. Like all tools, it was made obsolete in successive generations. While the scarecrow wields that sickle, he can only be defeated with a more advanced equivalent. Do you follow? We have to run the scarecrow over. We have to run the scarecrow over with like one of those automatic like harvesters, the things with like the thing with like the cylinder that's made out of blades. We have to run the scarecrow over with one of those. That's how we're gonna kill it. Basically, what tool replaced the sickle? The lawnmower. Precisely so. You must build a lawnmower. How do I do that? Oh, that's awkward. God damn, he fucking pogo sticked me. Isla? Kunnis? What? Rodeus Gutiska Razda? Oh god, I don't know. Ni Frauja. Sick axe. Ni Frauja. Okay, well, bye. Ni Frauja. Any idea where I can get a lawnmower? A lawnmower? No, I regret I am unfamiliar with this man. How about a thing that cuts grass? A thing that cuts grass. No, I regret I'm unfamiliar with this man. You're useless, bye. Rather than make duos and Suduru. You don't know what a lawnmower is, do you? Fair lady, forgive me, but I cannot answer the question. The first rule of warfare is that is that one must never admit to anything. Okay, whatever. There he is. This is getting repetitive. What about the T-Rex? Where can I get a lawnmower, big guy? Don't know. Good day to thee, fine patron. How may I be of subject on this day? I know how to build a lawnmower? A lawnmower? Why, that is a new one by me, good patron. And if there is one thing in which I, as antique store proprietress, do not traffic, it is the new and modern. Keep thy machines and labor-saving devices, madame, and I shall be perfectly content with an old-fashioned book or end table. Let's go outside, I guess. That also takes us to the wrong place. Hey, Charles. What do you know about, like, garden equipment? He says something inappropriate and unhelpful. Use your imagination. I don't know who Randy is. Meow, baby. Taunt Scarecrow. Crows around here looking pretty comfy. What is that guy's problem? At least we're being very casual about the whole dying repeatedly thing. Got the Terminator. That better not be blood on the seat. Taste it. Get out of here. That's sick. Well, Nick's probably fucking dead. Is there anything? Ooh. The to-do list makes no sense. Open a door, eat cat. Help. We call one? That's a super old phone. I'm sorry, the number you have dialed is not presently in operation. Dial 1. I'm sorry, the number you have dialed is not presently in operation. What numbers can I dial? I'm sorry, no numbers are presently in operation. Put the phone in your pocket. I've got it. Play chess. Absolutely not. God damn. I wish one day I could give as few shits as this woman. Literally just like, hey, you know, I've got a problem. Ave, barbarian. Ave. From what tribe do you hail? Alpha Omicron Pi. And what brings you to these parts? Getting chased by a killer scarecrow. Yes, this is a wild part of the world indeed, but do not fear. Civilization is coming, and that'll get rid of the scarecrow. It will certainly civilize them. Anything civilization can do for me now? With respect to the scarecrow issue, no, I would recommend simply waiting. It is better if colonization is done as holistically as possible and not in an ad hoc or piecemeal fashion. You're no help. Bye-bye. Oh, Rome. You are having some trouble with our language, I see. Oh, hello. Agi and Grimhild have but one tongue between them. Two, if you count their fists. But I like to make sure I am understood by all I meet. With words, not axes. There's a scarecrow trying to kill me. I do not pretend to have an answer for everything that happens in the world, my friend. Some things, I believe, happen for a reason. Not me being murdered, though. Ah, but is it murder or self-defense? Wait, what do you know? Oh, not so much. As I said, I do not pretend to have an answer for everything. I gotta go. Anything over here? No. Okay, there might be a lawnmower in the shack over here. I'm just gonna check it. Oh, hell yeah. That's not a lawnmower. This is my hiding place. Find your own. You fool! Oh, cool, new place. Please, this is not a good time. You look serious. Couldn't help overhear you muttering vaguely about wheels. Ah, that information is commercially sensitive. You must forget you heard it at once. All I said was wheels. Shh, shh. Alright, alright. Could you help me make a lawnmower? You mistake me for a mechanic, madam. I am an automotive executive. Oh, it is true. There was a time when you would find me in the garage, greased up and elbow deep in the guts of a jalopy, like my father on the farm, when he helped the cows to give birth. Okay, but lawnmower, can you help me or not? No, my company doesn't make those. Bye. Some kid. Can you make a lawnmower? No? No? Okay. I can make anything with wheels. So, yes? Oh, sure. Will you make a lawnmower? I'd love to, miss. Wheel and axle machines are my bag. But I've got a problem. See that detective fingering his mustache at the end of the car? Yes. That washed-up gumshoes got it in his head that I believe I did something I didn't even do. A murder. Can you believe it? Murder's not my bag, miss. My bag is wheel and axle machines, as I've already told you. It's pretty unlikely that someone would have both wheel and axle machines and murder in one bag. Wouldn't you agree? Get to the point. I'd love to make you a lawnmower, but I can't do anything while that man over there is investigating me for murder. I'll see what I can do. Please, miss, return to your seat. There's no reason to be concerned here. All will be well as soon as our great detective realizes the power he has. His great powers of deduction and observation. And uses them. When will that be? Soon. Soon. Can he help me with my scarecrow problem? The detective can only attend to one crime a day. We're cycling back round, boys. Who will come and slash little old me? Oh no. I ain't even sore. I'm laughing. Back to the cornfield. Did anything new happen with the crow? Can we fight this? Can we fight the scarecrow with the Terminator? It doesn't understand it. Oh, the corn's fucking dead. The crow's fucking dead. That's sad. Didn't even hurt last time. Here we go again. Alright, where's that guy? The face of the detective is still, but beneath the surface a billion gray cells paddle furiously. How's this case going? Slowly but surely, I am pulling at the string that will lead me through this labyrinth of lies to the murdering minotaur at the center. What the murderer does not realize is that with this string I am making for him, or her, a noose. So, good? There's nothing good about murder, madame. Maybe this wasn't even a murder. What do you suggest? Natural causes? An accident? Or an act of God? Yeah, like any of those, whichever one you think. I think that is just what one of these passengers would like us to believe. The question is, which one? None. I think none. You look tired. Want a break? Be sensible, madame. The common criminal longs and lusts for what they call the distracted detective, the critical moment in which I allow my guard to slip. It must never happen. It cannot happen. Something tells me the boy didn't do it. No doubt the young man himself, who will protest his innocence to anybody with ears, and even those without. But I suspect he knows more than he lets on. Why? Because, my dear, everyone knows more than they let on. Boring. This case is boring. Some respect for the dead, please. But I admit this is a routine case. It certainly does not tax the gray cells as thoroughly as certain past adventures, such as last year's locked room mystery, in which a locked room was murdered. But there is nothing a murderer should fear more than a bored detective, for as certainly as the sun sets in the morn, so shall he bring all truths to light. I reckon there's more interesting murders you could solve. Assuredly so. But one that could happen here, now, in this train car? An unlikely prospect, I think. Please, you have bothered me enough. Allow me to conclude this investigation, and then perhaps I shall turn my mind to your more interesting murders. You're making a mistake. I shall not be distracted. Oh, we're going back. I think we have to cycle back around again, maybe. Oh, we're back here. Gosh, don't look at me, ma'am. I'm a numbers man, team accountant. I don't know from baseball hardly at all. The only with a scarecrow that's trying to kill me? That don't sound much like numbers. No, more of a scarecrow that's trying to kill me. Way over my head then. Sorry, miss. Right, well, bye. A good coach will try anything once. Well, I tried it, and now I'm certain. I'm done fielding players who aren't on the team and don't have any baseball experience. Yeah, that's fair enough, yeah. But you can keep the bat. Good luck with any and all non-baseball dreams. Thanks, I'm really inspired. Is there, like, nothing I can do here? There's a dead guy. Alright, get me back around. Let's do the time warp again. Over here, pal. Alright, we're back here. Can't talk to this guy. Hang on. Guy has nothing to say. She has nothing to say. He has nothing to say. He has nothing to say. There's something I'm missing. We're back here. What happens if I just get murdered right in front of the detective? Does that do anything? Yeah. Does the radio have anything to do? No. Rock, I'm a crow. I'm a little stymied. I'm not a huge fan of the timer. Like the fact that it just it's guaranteed to kill you at some point. Can't do anything with the car, can't do anything with that copy of Terminator on tape. Can't do anything with the crow. Doesn't look like there's anything for it. Travel lightly. Nothing for it, nothing for it. This guy has nothing to say to me. I can't do anything here. I wonder how many times you have to die like this before you just kind of get used to it. Well, now I'm just not getting back to the train car. Okay, there we go. What can we do? God damn it. Couldn't even get to the detective. Oh, this is new. Now where I can get a lawnmower? There has already been violence in the wood today. Nay. Selling lawnmowers around here? Only cutter bears in this wood. Hang on, let's see if we can get back there. This is a little annoying because it's random. Like, it's not a fixed cycle, it's random. So there's a place I need to get to, and it's just not, I'm not getting, I need to come back around to it. But that's not, oh! That was right. But that's not possible. I saw you die. Yeah, weird, huh? How can this happen? How can a person die and then return to life? I am pursued by a creature whose blade carves the flesh of reality itself. I can make no sense of it. No, I must insist that you explain yourself. What is it? Some sort of deception? A mystical illusion? I must know. I must. I swear I will not rest until I have the truth. It's all about my... No, come on. That is not fair. I don't think that detective will be bothering you for a little while anyway. Great stuff. Really great stuff. That'll give me plenty of time to make my escape from a wrongful conviction. Now let's talk about your lawnmower. Yes, please. I can make you one, but I'll need the parts. Lucky for you, a lawnmower is pretty simple. I just need 2 blades, 2 wheels, a good sturdy handle, and some sort of metal rod or tube to serve as a roller. So I go and get all the components of a lawnmower, and you do what exactly? What do I do? From a few inert objects, I give the lawnmower its get up and go. That's pretty important, wouldn't you agree? Okay, 2 blades, 2 wheels, and a sturdy handle. Will this work as a handle? No, that's a baseball bat. Yeah, I know that, pal. I'm improvising. Wood's a fine idea. That'd work well. But that bat's just not long enough to make a handle. Alright. I guess we have to go around. Okay, let's cut to the chase, huh? I need wheels and you're a wheel guy. It is true. I am, as they say in your country, a wheel guy. Furthermore, it is true that I am carrying on board many suitcases of exotic rubber to make new wheels in my factory. And it is true, with my automotive experience, I could probably roll some of that rubber into a little wheel for you, as my mother needed dough, but why would I? Because you can never say no to a beautiful girl who needs a fresh rubber wheel. Wrong. It is because you helped my young friend over there. He is coming to work with me. He's coming to work with me, you know. Together, we will do wonderful things with wheels. So you'll need me a wheel or whatever it is? My friend, I've already done it. Can you make me, like, one more? I cannot. This one wheel has used up all my 19 suitcases of rubber. Wow, that's very, very wasteful. No, when I sell the wheels, it is for a lot of money, so I am not wasting the rubber. Thanks, pal. Bueno. Oop. Back we go. I don't think the tree... Oh, yeah. Hey, weird question. Mist and wonder are thick in the wood, and questions trouble me not. Are any of your branches long enough to be a handle for a lawnmower? And if they are, can I have one of your branches? I guess that's 2 weird questions. Naturally, I have no branches, Gil. All that grows belongs to the wood. Totally. So is it okay with the wood if I have one of its branches? Branches? Questions may not trouble me, but Cutter does. Dude with the axe? I cannot give any of myself to any girls whilst in the wood, Cutter lurkins. That's what all the boys say. Be right back. Can I just grab one from the dead guy? Whatever. Sick axe. Can I have it? There is no thing unwell in it. It is a hailing blade. Right on, but I ask again, can I have it? 'Tis only one cutter in the wood, girl, and 'tis he who is freest of sin. Don't we think it's time for a she who is freest of sin? He barks a short laugh. Thou'st would be a woodcutter, and any in the wood may stand in it, but I bedekin thee be careful, girl. If the wood looks for sin in thee and finds it, there shall be no saving thee. What are you trying to get me to do? Well. Hang on. Here's a wheel. Wow-wee, or should I say, wow-wheel. That's a juicy rubber wheel worthy of Signor Andretti. Well, the guy over on that table's the one who made it, if that's what you mean. That's a great man. Mind that you don't. I don't want you to running him over with this lawnmower or anything. Don't get that idea. I didn't have that idea up until you put it in my head, but no, I won't do that. At the 11th hour, a new suspect enters the picture. Where were you, madame, at the time of the professor's murder? I got no idea. Probably being chased by a scarecrow with a sickle. As an alibi, most preposterous. I must insist that you remain in this trading car until the case is solved. You're the boss. Get me. Can we get some, like, can we, like, pop a wheel off? Maybe not. Take the wheel. We've got one. Well, all the wheels on the car. Well, all the wheels on the car were important. Okay, so we got the second wheel. Now we need a handle and like something else. We need a handle and 2 lengths of metal, I think was what it was. Something like that. What's going on here? No. Okay, gotcha. Respectable. Ooh, can we grab that chair? No. Okay. On. We've got a phone. Like, I put a phone in my pocket. I don't remember. I don't know why. Hey, I'm eating your crops. Rise and shine, dingus. Okay, the cutter fucking died, so we can go grab his axe. Rip to the dead guy, but you actually feel safer without him swinging that axe at you. Ooh. Okay, we need a blade. This is a blade, right? No mistake about it. What is that? The train's fire axe? More of a purifying blade carried by a woodsman against sinners. Right, that was my next guess. Oh, take good care of this now. That's a promise. Nothing dearer to me in this world than wheels and the machines that use them. Nothing dearer? No girlfriend? Boyfriend? Ha! Of course I love my mother, but romance? No, ma'am. I'm married to my work. And if you're married to your work, you don't work a day in your life. Alright, what do I need again? To build a lawnmower, you've got the wheels, you need one blade, you need a sturdy handle, and you need a long metal roller. I'll do the best. I'll do the rest. Alright. I need a roller and a blade and a handle. Okay, gotcha. Am I good to get one of those branches now? Ah, 'tis a sin, girl, but there is no cutter to punish me for it, is there? No, there ain't. Now, how about my branch? The tree, the monster, whatever it is, it breaks off a whole dang limb. Yeah, that ought to work. Now go, and specken not one word of what has happened here today, or there will be a new murderer in the wood. Don't want that. See ya. Ill wind blows in the wood for little girls. Do you mean me? I'm 19 years old, and if thou were felled, we might count thy rings, but this is not a threat, I assure thee. I don't even understand it. Specken to me not, for I know no thing of murder. Must be nice. Any idea how I stopped getting murdered by a scarecrow? I do not wish to be troubled by thoughts of murder. I will specken on the subject no longer. Come on, you gotta help me out. Thanks so much. Okay, I think we're done here. So we've got a handle. We need one more blade, which we might be able to get from the tribes people, and then we need a roller. I'm not sure where we're gonna get that from. Ooh. Thick axe, can I have it? Nifraja. Hey, you think I could get that other guy's axe? An unexpected request. Why? For what purpose? Building a lawnmower to mow a scarecrow. Ah, maybe we give the tribespeople a copy of Terminator or something. Dude, what would happen if you handed a VCR tape to some fucking to like a fucking nomadic tribes person from in like ancient, I don't know where the hell this is, Wales or whatever. Scarecrow. I didn't say sickle. I said scarecrow. I wonder if this sickle is only trying to protect itself. Yes, I spoke in error, forgive me. He tilts his head back to the sky and closes his eyes and rests. Guess he's done with you. Cool, thanks for nothing. Psst, you. Aggie knows more than most think. Who's Aggie? I am Aggie. I speak your tongue. What do you want? I hear your talk with old man. I give you axe if you help Aggie. Yes? Yeah, sure. Aggie needs axe to fight Empire. If Aggie have better weapon than Empire, he no need axe. Understand? Hey, yeah, that's the same thing I'm doing with my Scarecrow. I'm gonna beat him by getting my hands on a lawnmower to beat his sickle. You just need some advanced technology, right? Slow down. Aggie does not understand all words, but advanced technology, this you get? Those are the words you understand? Advanced weapon, advanced technology weapon for Aggie. You get, I give axe. This is pretty advanced for you, no offense. What's this? It's a telephonic communication device. Very advanced. Aggie kill Empire with this? I think you could do a lot of damage to history with that. He's he just very advanced. Good. You have axe. Aggie, do not need. Call me sometime, Aggie. Haha. Ooh, take the pole. You grab the pole, tossing the eagle aside. Standard pole, a long metal pole, totally eagleless. Sorry, eagle. Alright, I think we're all good. We've got the pole for the roller, we've got the axe for the other blade. And we've got the handle. Now we just have to die like 4 more times in order to get back to the train. Any luck with those lawnmower parts? Forgot to mention, I don't know how you're going to find all that stuff on a moving train. This looks pretty sharp to me. Very much so. I must admit, you're making far more of a success of this than I expected. You ain't humoring me, are you? You can make a lawnmower. Wouldn't say I could if I couldn't. I'm not a card dunce, contrary to what you might have heard. I don't really know what you're talking about. I'm not. Is this a good handle? Is it? Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. I'm being rhetorical. Yes, that'll make a fine handle, alright. Just need to chop it up and put it back together in the right shape. If the branch starts screaming, don't worry. Never do. Does this roll enough for you? Does it roll enough for you is the question. A vehicle's like a steak, miss. No right way to make it. Just gotta be made the way you want. Aren't steaks supposed to be best cooked rare? Ugh, too wet. Is this piece going to make my lawnmower too wet? No. Just right. I've got good news for you. Is it about my lawnmower? You mean this lawnmower? Wow, that was fast of you. It's a simple machine, miss. Shouldn't take anyone more than a few seconds to build a lawnmower. Only there's a problem. What? It's the darndest thing. All the pieces are there. It should work. But it's like, if I didn't know, miss, I'd say the machine doesn't want to run. How is that possible? Can't say, miss. I'm a humble engineer. I could build the things, but this is getting into questions of whether machines have souls. I don't know how to get a machine to believe in itself. I don't know who could do a thing like that. Alright, thanks for some things. How do you get a machine to believe in itself? Talk to him. Any idea how to make a lawnmower work when it doesn't want to? Is your lawnmower in a union? But for real, though. Okay, goodbye. I enjoy a good laugh. I ain't even sore. I'm laughing. Whoa, what's your deal? I fear, child, that the Dylan of the day is mortar. Yeah, I think I just got murdered by a scarecrow. There is bad rot in the woods today. I cannot say whence it came. Me neither, I guess. Fedoral Reserve. Any idea how to make a machine believe in itself? I do not know what is machine. The telephone I gave you is a machine. Aggie is bored of that machine already. Now Aggie is learning to code. Code on the computer. Where did you get a computer? From a man. What man? Man in cape. Jeez. Yeah. Jesus Christ, he's moving fast. He's gonna fight the Roman Empire with a fucking plasma rifle or something. At the rate he's going. My lawnmower still doesn't work. Mechanically, it's what we call a piece of resistance, but it's like it doesn't have the spirit to work, and that's a very dangerous thing for me to be saying as an engineer. Raises lots of questions. Okay, well, yeah, good luck with it. Who am I gonna talk to about this? The numbers guy, maybe? can I put a copy of the Terminator into the lawnmower to fill it with like a righteous energy? Infuse it with the power of Arnold Schwarzenegger? Hey, this is how you kill. Isn't this like the raddest thing? Check it out. Good day to thee, fine patron. How may I be of subject on this day? How do I inspire a machine? A machine, my goodness. Why, I would not know much of this subject, I am sure, for I traffic in antiquated mechanisms, clocks, and, at a push, automata. I certainly would not know anything of advanced technology and inventions. Can a machine have a soul? Nay, for on this fine earth all is exactly as it appears. Now, if you do not wish to make a purchase, I really must return to my thoroughly unrelated to curses and magic paperwork. Does the dinosaur know how to give spirit to a machine? To fill it with the power of machines rising up. Look, this could be you. You need to fight. I need to inspire you to kill. That's what I need to do with this lawnmower. I need to fill it with a thirst for blood. I assume it's the baseball place we gotta get back to, maybe. That's the only place we haven't seen in a while. I really hate that this is random. Come on. It is really tedious this way, yeah. Not tarry in the wood today. Walking well in the woods now, child. Come on. I believe in the power of RNGesus. Me too. But I don't think RNGesus believes in me. I tempt him daily. Is it just gone? Does it just not exist anymore? All in Latin or something? There's like nothing I can interact with in any of these scenes. I'm like looking at everything. As far as I can tell. I don't have any buttons. I can't like interact with it in my inventory or anything. Give it like a pep talk. I summon the Angel of Numbers. Please. I really feel like it's the Terminator. It's gotta be. That's gotta be the key. Like, the Terminator on tape needs to be there for a reason. Oh, finally. Okay, can I talk to anyone? I have a lawnmower that doesn't work. Can you help with that? Doesn't work? No such thing. Won't work. Maybe it's just like the rest of these boys. Maybe it's tired. Maybe it's had a hard day. Maybe it'd like to go back to bed. Well, I'm not standing here in the pouring rain so I can go to bed. I came out here to win a damn baseball game. Get that thing here. The coach rips the mower out of your hands and screams into the blades. You're wet! You're tired! I can't help you with that! We can't control that! We can only control one damn thing in our lives, you understand? One damn thing! So you tell me, yes or no, are you a baseball player? Yes. Yes, coach. Oh my gosh. Now you get out there and you play! Yes, coach! This is the last damn time. Hey, it's over for you now, you goon. I went and made myself a lawnmower that beats your sickle. You speak of sticks and stones, tools only. There will always be shadow, Musa, and thus you will never be safe from me. My name is Ashley Dingus. Now I need to know one thing. Where's Nick? Oh, shit. Nick, what the hell? It's nothing personal, Ash. Seems plenty personal. It ain't you. It's this guy I gotta kill, Musa. His face is so normal looking. Why? I don't have a choice. It's something that goes way back. Got a debt to the shadow. How long has this been going on? I figure since time immemorial. Time memorial? Immemorial, but I think they mean the same thing. Hell, I don't know what either one of them mean, if I'm honest. Now, I know it's awkward and all, but you mind if I slash you one more time? I think this is the one that's gonna do it. Mow your boyfriend. This is the best prompt I've ever fucking seen. Press 1 to mow your boyfriend. Fuck you, Nick. Alright. A long and confusing vision with several worlds and concepts you did not understand. You leave the machine not a little less sure in yourself in the world, but pleased nonetheless that the Sickle's curse has been destroyed. Package came for you while you were in there, Musa. A lawnmower, an elegant weapon in the war of order against chaos. Mysticality plus 6 physical causes 5 bleeding. That's, is there a return address? It just says, I'll see you in 66 years. Never heard of it. Maybe it's in Utah? Take the lawnmower. Your lawnmower. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I'm gonna mow some people down. It was tedious, but we're done with it. Time to pick a tenant for the last vacant storefront, of course. The first applicant is Truncheons and Bludgeons. This fellow is really excited about weaponry. The second is Ye Old Chemiker, some SIT science lady though who wants to sell potions. The last applicant is 10 Things I Had About You, a hat store, I presume. Terrible name. Well, let's go with that hat store, despite the name. Okay, I'll get him moved in, and that's the last of the available spots. Thanks, Charles. You look around for somewhere to put the doll-sized chemistry set and decide to put it on your desk. That's a good solution. You put the model oil pump on your shelf. It continues to belch out nasty black smoke. That's probably fine. You put the music box on your tchotchke shelf, frightening all of the other tchotchkes. Better them than me. Wow, we're looking nice and established here. Go Badgers! A television set. You've heard of these. Unfortunately, no shows have been invented yet. That's right. It's a shelf for knickknacks and tchotchkes. There's an old rag doll. Must have been. And the cool plasma ball and the music box. Consider the orb. You gaze into the orb for a while. Orb gazer. You consider the orb, but have you considered whether the orb was also considering you? Let's fuck with the music box. Haunted. Listening to that creepy music box has really raised the bar for things that freak you out. The fridge is fully stocked with terrible Gatorman beverages. I have already got one. Your crafting desk. God, I've got so much. Clip that mowing segment. That was good. It's your little tentacle buddy. Tickle him. 10 tickles for the tentacle. Another briefcase, another note. Grab it. Musa, the success of your swamp-derived mission performances has not gone unnoticed. The boss is duly impressified. DT. Another briefcase full of meat. Ugh. Take a nap. An 8-hour nap. What the fuck is going on here? It's a good thing your bed isn't like this in the waking world, dude. This would be so tedious if my bed was standing up and walking around. You'd have to, like, beat it into submission every night. I'm tired. I don't want to deal with it. Your grade school lunch gentleman is levitating behind this counter. Talk to him. He just glares at you like you did in real life. So, see what's for lunch today? Sure. You look sad. Gross! It's toasted ghost brains. See what else there is. Oh no, it's boiled witch kidneys. Yuck, it's open-faced ventriloquist dummy eyes. Well, that's terrible. Oh, one more. A clock whose time is running out. The symbolism here is anybody's guess. What is it with all the scare chords? Wow, Noelle is really freaking out about this dream. Dream you must be more scared of chickens than real life you. What is happening? Okay, this is actually pretty scary. Nice work, brain. You, me. Get the hell out of here. I'm busy. Wait, are you the real you talking to me in my dream, or am I making up a dream version of you? I don't have time for this vaudeville act. Scram. Sheesh, what a grouch. She's done talking. Is that it? Is that the whole thing? A doorway back to the horrors of the waking world. It does keep getting lower in pitch. That is good. Nice. I love that we have a mini oil pump. That's funny. And it's emitting real smoke. As you leave your room, you notice a letter opener stabbed into the door, pinning a sheet of paper to it. Hey, Jessica, what's this document knifed to my door? Didn't look. I figured it wasn't any of my business. You didn't see anybody come into this room and try to murder my bedroom door with a letter opener? I was busy. Of all common household objects, the letter opener has the largest gulf between how sinister it looks and how mind-numbingly boring its intended use is. You found this ominous. It's a wizarding license renewal form. Oh god, I have to renew my license. Dear Musa, we were unable to find any record of your wizarding license on file with the Municipal Records Office. Please use the enclosed form to update or renew your license accordingly at your earliest convenience. Monetary fines and or magical curses may be levied against you as penalty if this matter is not resolved. I'm supposed to have a license for magic spells? Well, yeah. Can you imagine the chaos otherwise? How did you not know that? I became a wizard in a dream, and none of the dream people explained the regulatory structure to me. You'd better get it taken care of before they turn you into a trash bin for community service. Oh, God. Take care of it where? The DMV. It's in Government Valley. Where's that? Wait, why is it the Department of Motorized Vehicles? Is this something else? Like the Department of Magical something? Where's that? Down the coast a ways? It was the nexus of all things red tape related before things started getting weird. People don't go there much anymore unless they absolutely have to. Like you do. Yeah, to fix this bureaucratic nonsense that is almost certainly a trap. Oh, definitely a trap. But you have to go anyway, and that isn't the only reason why. Oh, you found another artifact, huh? Kind of. What do you mean, kind of? Well, it wasn't there yesterday, and it's too, I don't know, big, powerful, strange to just be a regular artifact. It pegged the dial on the detectatron. Oh boy. Oh geez. Yeah. How do I get there? Hang on, I've got a map here somewhere. Wait, what? A map. Is it a real map or just another one of those, the vast array of non-map things you keep referring to as maps? She glares at you and shoves an honest-to-goodness, according to Hoyle map, into your hand. A map of the old state government district. A real map. Wow. Wow, Jessica, this is a real breakthrough for you. Huh. Alright, good to go. Right, phone messages. You check the message pad next to the phone. There's a note for you. Call Don T with a phone number. You dial the number. Hey, this is Benny One-Tog speaking. What happened to Don Toblerone? Sore throat. You Musa? That's me. Okay, here's the deal. We left a bunch of stuff in your nightstand. There's some books we need cooked, some documents we need forged, and some evidence we need doctored. Once you're done with all that, dump them in the sewer grate outside the antique store, and the boys will handle it from there. Got it. Nice talking to you, Benny. I mean that. Sure thing. Okay. Betty One-Tongue said there's a bunch of stuff for you in there. Open the drawer and see. Oh, wow, yeah, he wasn't kidding. Uncooked mob books, unforged mob documents, and undoctored mob evidence. It's bleeding ink. It needs medical attention immediately. What do I do with these? Wait, hang on. Cook the books, forge the documents, doctor the evidence. What? How do we do that? I guess we'll figure it out. Oh, it's raining now. Interesting. I assume Dawn just talked too much. Better get to a blacksmith. I guess so. And a hospital, yeah. And a kitchen. Actually, oh, I know what we might need to do. Might need to just interact with like a crafting station since we've got like a full set over here. Cooking? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, cook the mob's books. All right, thank you, Kurt. That I should have figured it was something stupid. You bake the books at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Mob books. These books have been cooked, and if anybody finds out it was you who did it, so is your goose. That's probably what they meant. What do you want to make? Nope. Potions? No. Okay, well, okay. That was one thing. So we did cook the books, but now we need to doctor the evidence and forge the documents. We can't use the workbench to cook to forge them, so we're gonna need like an actual forge. We can't use potion. We can't use the chemistry set to like doctor it. Just need to find a hospital, I guess. Is that available anywhere here? Probably not. Hang on, it's probably in Gray County. Hang on. Farm, Ford Combat, no. Oldham, Budgie, no. Big Moist, maybe? Fuck. Did we ever run into like a forger? A forge guy? Or like a hospital? I feel like we never actually went to a place like that. Let's go to the boardwalk real quick. There was a thing like a... Was there like a medical thing here? Maybe not. Oh yeah, first aid. Hey there, can you give this stuff some medical attention? Certainly. It'll just be 300 meat, cash in advance. Jeez, the healthcare system in this country is truly broken. Pay the exorbitant fee. She removes a few staples from the bundle of papers and adds a few different staples in different places. There you are. Good as new. Doctored mob evidence. Thanks to you, this evidence is gonna pull through. Honestly, I was just remembering the cooking course from SIT and I started saying shit. Hey, that's all we needed. Okay, now we need to find a forge. Or like someone who can forge something. Where was a guy who makes things? I don't know. Maybe... Oh boy. We had to fight some shit. What the hell? Oh right, these things are super loud. Man, I'm looking mean with that lawnmower. Ouch. How much damage does this do? 5 physical and 5 bleed. I thought this worked off my mysticality. I must be wrong. Oh, can't take more than 5 physical damage at a time. Gotcha. Right, that's a thing we need to deal with now. Five audio damage too. Oh hell yeah. God, why is it so high? Whoa. That is a violent sound. Holy shit. Sounds like someone like powering up a fucking cement saw. Double enchanté. 10 things I had about you. All hats certified louse free. The store's proprietor nods politely to you. Hi, my name's Musa. Wait, what did that coach do to that lawnmower? He motivated it. Pleased to meet you. I'm Albert. Why aren't you wearing a hat? Have you ever heard the phrase familiarity breeds contempt? Gotcha. What's for sale? Driving an extra AP per round. Wow. A fire bucket hat for 2 physical for hot armor. Firefighter's helmet for 4 hot armor. Flowery cloche for 4 stench armor. Let's buy these 2 in case we need to like get somewhere that requires armor. You can't be afraid of what you can't see, and with this, you can't see about half of everything. Excellent. Buzzy Busby. Wearing this is equivalent to having an extra foot of height and an extra 10 pounds of hair. Hot damn. Let's buy the driving cap. That looks pretty good. Alright, hats. Are things we attach to hats here too? Yes, there we go. Free range damage. So the lawnmower is a melee weapon that does physical damage. I don't think we could change that. We can make it. We can only make it use mysticality. We can make it do Moxie, but I don't want to do that. Forgot to open that. That's 300 more stuff. Add 1 bonus damage to a weapon. Sure. It's sharpened. Add on fire to it. You weld the blowtorch to the sharpened lawnmower using a different blowtorch, which you borrow from somebody who walked by at the exact right time. We have a flaming sharpened lawnmower. Can we do that again? Oh, okay. Your weapon already has a blowtorch on it, and you're not willing to make it even more dangerous by adding a second one. You're currently wielding a flame and sharpened lawnmower. Do you want to smear the gooey bean on it? Yes, you smear the nasty soybean goo all over your flame and sharpened lawnmower. I think that's everything we can attach to this thing, but that's pretty good. This thing's horrible. It does mysticality plus 7 damage, and it also inflicts 9 DOTs. Guaranteed death. I love it. So basically, it does, like, my mysticality is 7. I could probably bump that up a bit. And I'm getting some from my magical weapon attacks. Oh, that's not doing anything for us anymore. SIT sports letter for extra melee damage. Or we can just use the monster club slash. That's just kind of good for everything. Ooh. Man. Championship belt. Punch a man a fish and he'll thank you. Teach a man to punch a fish and someday he might win a belt like this one. Yeah, we're champions now. This is the equivalent of a wizard. I love the description of the ring we have that makes a bunch of random things happen. It's still a matter of debate whether God plays dice with the universe, but it's unambiguous that this ring does. Fights will be extremely chaotic. I love it. Alright, muscle, attacks apply 3 poison, Moxie. This is a wizard that doesn't mess around. Physicality by 1 and damage your magical weapon attacks by 4. That'd be nice if we had a magical weapon. Gator punch. This is a wizard that has magic and uses it for anything. I always love the idea of a wizard that uses like a melee weapon. That's like one of my favorite archetypes. Where you use like he has magic and he uses it to like add extra punch to whatever like his weapon is. One thing I always wanted was a holy cow. One thing I always wanted was a like a wizard that uses a gun. Like I wanted a proper like contemporary fantasy where like you have a wizard with like an enchanted rifle or something like that. I would think that would be really cool. But I feel like you don't see that like very often at all. I think we'll do like some Gator Punch for melee weapon attacks plus 5. We're juiced the fuck up. He could. I do like the driving cap for the extra AP. That's very nice. Food. Decomposing pate. Pate sorbet. Pate de toilette. Single kernel of corn, maximum. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm not tempting fate. Not on this day. What the hell am I gonna use? We could eat the ultra condensed soup for even more damage from melee attacks. I could just make this lawnmower the deadliest thing on the planet, if it's not already. Actually, I'll have this. Box of wafered corn cereal. All corned up. You're fortified by a healthy breakfast. You eat the cereal directly from the box, partly because you don't have a bowl handy, and partly because you are a barbarian. Nobody was watching anyway. Alright, then we're gonna have a drink. I like the driving cap, it was a good decision. Ugh, 300 meat. Alright, we'll do one mysticality and one bustle, I guess. Tequila with simple syrup. And I guess a dash of bitters. I have no idea what that's gonna taste like, but I'll just pretend like I'll just pretend like it was something nice. Mysticality is only up to 8, but whatever. Still need a forged mob documents, and I don't know where to find a forge. Trying to remember. Might be at SAT. I feel like there's like a department that did forging or something like that here, maybe. Not in the Infinite Hallway, no sir. Scaling, maybe? Got some stylish gel. Dirty liberal arts, theoretical topology. Theology, maybe? Spider wing. Gun. Testor, Discron, meta acoustics, spiders. Roof access. What about vector? No, you stay down there, Mr. Fishman. Laundry Paradox Lab, what does that say? Access granted if and only if this door is closed. Got a barbecue wing. Physical education, no. Astronomy, no. I don't think this is correct. Alright, you know what? Wait, hang on. Can we really not do it at a workbench? That sucks. You can pet Abby. Abby leans into your petting with the enthusiasm of a co-conspirator. Pet her now. +1 to maximum AP. Hell yeah. That's more spells. Buckwudgie, Ford Compound. Look at Cuddy's farm. Definitely not happening at Drexel. No, nothing here for it. Got some apples, sick. Oh shit, there's a guy here. Oh, you're such a monster from the Puckwudgie's perspectives that they made a statue of you. Drag it back to your room. What kind of interaction are we talking about here? High-minded conversation. You talk to yourself in circles for a while. Autodidact. You learn everything you can from yourself. +1 mysticality. Hell yeah. Got the orb. Wind up the music box. And we're good. I'm just gonna look this up, like, forge. I don't want this to take too long. That's my excuse every time. I'm also very lazy today. Far end of the chop shop in Ocean City, got it. Oh, no wonder we don't know where the chop shop is. Okay, so apparently there's a thing we straight up just didn't unlock today. And it's because we never actually fought the Tin Lizzies, and that means, like, if you fight the Tin Lizzies, you can actually get access to their chop shop, apparently, so I had no idea. This game's something. Jesus Christ, there is smoke coming off of this lawnmower. I am inhaling carbon monoxide. And how much damage does this do? 33 physical damage, 5 bleeding, 3 poison, 1 on fire. I love it. Ready to get shredded? Jesus Christ. There's like a whole paragraph that pops up. That's funny. Concealing yourself behind a trash bin, you wait until the Tin Lizzies regain consciousness and limp away, and quietly tail them into a back alley chop shop that, presumably, is their gang hideout. Back alley chop shop is fun to say. Let's investigate. You managed to sneak up to the Tin Lizzies hideout without anyone noticing. You aren't going to stay unnoticed for long, though. This place is crawling with Lizzies. Unless your first move is to turn tail and run, I guess. Let's go. A couple of Tin Lizzies are busy trying to dismantle a car that is already pretty thoroughly mantleless. It's like watching someone try to scrape just one more sandwich worth of meat out of a leftover turkey carcass. It's just a base and wheels. This car looks terrible, but it smells great. You isolate and then confiscate the source of the freshness. Prototype car freshener. This ingenious device consists of a cardboard tree soaked in some kind of nice-smelling oil. Let's get him. Ooh, I've got a tentacle on my side. Exciting. Yeah, this is like the first area in the game, so coming back here as strong as I am is a little unfair. Oh my god. Greasy knee pads. If they just made cars taller, working on them would cause a lot less wear and tear on the old knees. You really ought to put it out of its misery. Maybe that's worse. Got some stuff. Ooh, we got fish in an oil barrel. A greasy wrench. If you're looking for the heaviest tool in the toolbox and also the nastiest tool in the toolbox, and also you've only got one hand free, this is probably your best bet. Got something. A filthy rag. Given the proportions, it's actually more of a raggy filth. Slap an opponent with it, dealing your muscle and stench damage. And one wet cigarette. This is one of the only objects capable of giving you cancer and a tapeworm at the same time. Face grease. A 50-50 mix of engine oil and moisturizer. Useful in both a skincare regimen and a 2-stroke engine. Fabulous. More Tin Lizzies. Oh yeah. Zinc Melanie the Wrencher. What a name. Dude, I would not want to be hit by something that makes noises like that lawnmower does. It just sounds like it's going to dismember you. A welding bench. There's a welding mask on top of it. Your face will be a better home for it than this dirty bench. This mask will protect your face from being burned while you're welding or kissing candles. Oh my god, she's got a fucking Game of Thrones throne, but like it's made out of wrenches. A muscular woman with flaming red hair is sitting in a throne made of welded together wrenches and glaring at you. The woman gives you the traditional slow sarcastic clap as you step forward. Nice entrance. Thanks. Nice chair. Thanks. Now who the hell are you? I'm Musa. Nice to meet you. And you are? Well, ain't you sweet. I'm Big Liz Studebaker. I'm the boss of this gang. That makes sense? Now, considering that you just busted into my scrapyard and beat up 5 of my girls, plus however many on the way here, I figure you got something on your mind. So what is it you want, exactly? I want to fight. Big Liz cracks her knuckles loudly and stands up. Well, you come to the right place, kiddo. 30 health. 30 health. That's adorable. Alright, here it goes. Nice boss there. You won! A key falls out of Big Liz's pocket as one of her minions glumly drags her unconscious body away. Now that the Tin Lizzies know who they're messing with, you shouldn't have to worry about them anymore. Well, the Crescent Throne is yours now. You could drag it back to your room if you wanted to. Hell yeah. Your Crescent Throne, your birthright. Sit in it. You sit for a moment and reflect on both your power and your responsibilities. Heavy is the hand. You have surveyed your kingdom and decided which parts of it need to be hit really hard with a throne wrench. I don't think that's unconscious, gonna be honest. I think I might have removed several parts of her face. But that's okay. Yeah, she wasn't a model, she was running a gang, so she probably... Having a bunch of scars up on her face probably just improves her situation. There's the anvil, an old-school blacksmith's anvil. This must be where they work on the really vintage cars. And mob documents? You grab a nearby hammer and pound on the documents for a while. The paper is smooth and strong and holds its edge. The facts printed on it are cold and hard. Forged mob documents. This car has not been noticeably chopped yet. The doors are locked. Dang it. Jimmy the lock. You unlock the car, ruining both the lock and the hanger in the process. The glove compartment is full of meat. Shed door's locked. Unlock it. A shelf covered with various greasy metal objects. See if there's anything useful. You select the most dangerous looking pieces of metal and pocket them. Anarchist hardware. It's a battered toolbox. Crowbar. Man, I could have gotten this crowbar so much earlier and then not had to have, like, looked up where to find one for that one thing. Jesus. There's a car door leaning against the wall. Grab it. Huh. It's been converted into a shield. Offhand item. It's a car door with an arm strap welded to it. Deal your muscle and physical damage and reduce an opponent's mysticality by 5. The poster says antifreeze is delicious, but it's poison. Every day on this calendar just says crimes. A bunch of repair manuals for cars you've never heard of. Except, one of these books is about weapons instead of cars. Wow. Welding and Wielding, Advanced Weapon Repair for Do-It-Yourself Defense by Tig Fluxcore. You know enough about a weapon repair to tell when it's needed, but not quite enough to do anything about it. Weapon durability is unlocked. Huh, turns out you're supposed to repair weapons after using them for a while. Who knew? You go to put the book away, but realize with your newfound knowledge that its spine is broken beyond repair, so you throw it away. There's weapon durability? No. That's a thing? I don't believe you. Comfort Bomb, Stylish Gel. Gain 3 AP and increase AP region by 1. Whoa. This handy device stores aerosolized stimulant powder in a pressurized Vim chamber, allowing for rapid inhalation through its conveniently mouth-shaped verve pipe. I can make another nuclear bomb if I want to. Benzol bucket. I'll say another vigor inhaler. I like that. There's wear in this game. What the hell? That's a new one on me. How do you repair stuff? Gun. I like how straight up there's just a gun in here. There we go. Now I'm loaded. Just in case I need to do 10 damage on the fly. Hey Bert, I brought the 150 pounds of sugar that you said you needed. Wow, really? That's great, thanks. It is very heavy. Take it right now, please. Heck, I bet 150 pounds of anything is really heavy. Please take it. Ooh, you weren't kidding. But wow, thanks. Now I can start making cupcakes. Ooh, that sounds good. When will they be ready? Immediately somehow. Oh man, let's see him. Yo. Down for those. Mana-enriched flour. I'm just spending a ton of money just because I want to. Next tips is that to you. Nice, blowing? Nice blowing there, Tex. Well, this old tune? Aw, shucks, just a little infinite loop I've been working on. Still need to put some words to it. Say, you any kind of wordsmith? Yes. Great, let me show you what I've got so far. Oh, somebody stole my niece. I reckon it was... Can't think of a rhyme. Any ideas, wordsmith? Let me think. I reckon it was the police. Clarice, no, Grease, the country Grease. Some geese. Another niece, a niece in a two-piece, some geese in a two. Oh, somebody stole my niece. That's 7 syllables. I reckon it was the police. That's 8. Grease, no. Some geese? Some geese might work. Some geese. Let me jot that down. What's next? Oh, I can only write 1 couplet a day. Elsewise, I'll have a stroke. Gotcha. Oh, that's why they're called northern chaps, because north is west. Oh, that makes sense now. That didn't make sense when I saw it the first time. Garlic press, melon baller, mind whisk, pizza. Holy shit. Did you know these things were originally invented not for cutting pizza, but for cutting wallpaper with pictures of pizza on it? The most intimidating utensil, reality cleaver. Alright. Okay, I think we're good. Hang on. We should cash in that mob thing. Furry's Antiques. Nobody you need to call right now. Hang on. What are we doing with the sewer grating in front of the antique store? That's right. You drop everything through the grate, and I didn't get a chance to read the rest of that. Call the mob back. You dialed the number. Hey, Benny here. Hey, Benny, it's Musa. Oh, hey, nice work. Stuff looks great. The pickup boys left your payment behind. In the sewer? Yep. Oh, jeez, the thesaurus just walked in. I gotta make myself scarce. I got stuff to do today. He hangs up. Hey. Benny One Tongue said the boys left some meat here for you. You reach down into the sewer and grab what you hope is your payment. 500 meat. Call Don T. Telephonic greetings. Don Toblerone is the personage speakinating to you currently. Hi, Don. How's the throat? Much improved. And furthermore, I appreciate the convalescatory inquiry, Musa. You hear the sound of a cough drop being unwrapped. Perchance, are you familiar with a stead of home formerly populated by a sect of relations known as Papasasku? Nope. Helco oil conglomeration acquired and then abandonized it. Abandonized, presumably, because the drilling crew ascertained the presence of subterranean tunnelology inhabited by vampires to the detrimentification, either fatally or worse. You hear another cough drop being unwrapped. So, there's some caves, or I see, it's a mine that's full of vampires and you guys want them cleared out so you can work it? We have yet to determine whether the mine will be valuable as a mine qua mine, but regardless of the purpose we ultimately put it to, we require the vampires to be evicted from the premises. He gives you directions to the site. Okay, I'm on it. Black Gold Mine. We're right there. Just off the road, a little path leads down to an old stone well. Here at the top of the path, there's a sign that just says, "Don't." Next to that, there's another sign with a skull and crossbones on it. Next to that, there's a post with a hook on it and a rusty fire extinguisher hanging from the hook. So that's a little unusual. Location unlocked. The hellhole? I guess we'll go there next. Oh. There's nothing left at this house but charcoal and foundation. Start a cosmetics company. Sadly, it's not that kind of foundation. The mailbox has Papasasku on it. Old mail. Some of it is junk and some of it is merely boring. An old insurance company letter. A yellowed envelope from an insurance company. Based on your previous experiences, you expect that it is exactly as confusing as it is boring. This truck isn't as destroyed as the house, but it's still plenty destroyed. Gotta jimmy it. You find a pair of pants in the glove compartment. Okay. A pair of pants in the glove compartment and a pair of gloves in the pants department. Farmer's pants. These thick work pants are sure to protect you from whatever dangers you encounter in the dell. And farmer's gloves. These gloves are as thick as the calluses you'd have if you didn't wear these gloves. A lot of physical armor and defense. Gotcha. The door on this trailer says property of Helco Oil Conglomerate. Keep out. Keep in instead. This desk is neatly organized. There's a Helco logbook. Alright, hello? Okay, sorry. I accidentally tugged the cord to my microphone. Glad I noticed that it was off. Yeah. You can hear me now, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, my mic, like... Hello? That's weird. That time I did not tug on it. That's a little weird. I'm gonna keep an eye on the audio. Anyway, I'm just reading here. Okay. Black gold mine, yada yada yada. It's back now. Yeah, I don't know. One of the crewmen was trying to get a closer look at some of the magazines. Carbide lamp, helmet. Jesus, this guy writes so much. Reconnoiter the mine. Pretty gold. Had a really nice weekend, super relaxing. I really needed that. Went on a date with Clara, who's going to marry. Okay, that was not useful. Inside the locker, there's a blazer, and inside that, in the pocket of the blazer, there's a ring. I guess this gag doesn't go as deep as you hoped it would. Well, we've got the ring for Clara. Expensive and expansive tool chest, and all a chunk of lead and 11-to-1 oil. Increase the damage of a weapon by 1, you say? Well. We've got a hefty beamed-up flame and sharpened lawnmower now. But where are the vampires is my question. Something I'm missing in the logbook? Wait, where? Hang on. Wait, where are the vampires? Where are the vampires? Just west. Guess that's the hellhole, maybe? Let's check it out. And then you hear a deep moo, the sound that reverberates through your guts all the way down to the colon end. The cows. The cows. Back once again. Sure, kill me in one attack. Great. That's nice. I like that. What happened to my health? Jesus Christ. Okay, I think this one's lost. That's a little... That kind of sucks. 22 spooky damage and 22 cold damage. What is that? You lost. The cows silently trample you into the mud. You take a moment to consider your failure. Contemplative. You're thinking about how that fight you lost and how much that sucked and how you don't want to lose any more fights. +1 mysticality. Yeah, me too. Wow, it is hot here. Do not throw anything that starts with H down this well. This fence isn't really accomplishing anything. You're not going to let that sign tell you what to do, are you? Fish. It's a hot rod. Is that bad? Okay, whatever. Boiled blood. I can only throw things that start with H down there. Things that start with H. A handful of clean water? You lower a handful of clean water into the well. Nothing happens for a few minutes, so you pull the bucket back up. Whoever's down there must not be interested in that particular item. Hard duck leg? You lower the duck leg into the well. When you pull it up, all the meat has been scorched off of it. Burnt bone. It's a magical weapon. Whoa! That's pretty good. Might upgrade that one at some point. Hard candy? You put the candy in the bucket and set it down. When it comes back, it has been transmogrified, mostly via inflation, into a cake. Wow. Devil's food cake. That makes sense. I'm not putting... do I dare? No. Amethyst choker? You toss the necklace into the bucket and lower it down. When it comes up, it's more on fire than it was before. Having a necklace that is on fire is very convenient if you'd rather burn off your facial hair than shave. Flamethyst choker. Handful of dirty water? Nope. Hefty barbecue fork. Smoldering hefty barbecue fork. Ooh. Hollow gator tooth? You lower the hollow tooth into the well. When you pull it back up, it has been twisted into a convenient gun form. It's a gun. This is one of those hollowed out gator teeth that converted into a gun that shoots fire you've been hearing about. Amethyst earring? Flamethyst earrings? Excellent. Hang on. Do I? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's smoldering now. It's a smoldering, hefty, beamed-up, flame and sharpened lawnmower. Holy shit. Flamethyst armband. With this on, you'll never need a cigarette lighter again. Of course, it'll also burn the cigarette out of your hand before you can smoke it, but that's just a detail. Hot pot metal ring. Blob of molten metal. Hand washing gasoline, liquid fire, a little glass vial filled with swirling flames. It'd make a pretty good bed warmer if you decided you didn't want to throw it at somebody instead. You put the gasoline in the bucket and lower it into the well. You hear a bubbling noise, and when you pull the bucket back up, it contains a bottle of glowing red liquid. Where did the bottle come from? Steam? Nope. Human bean liver? Nope. Hand saw? It's a molten hand saw. Hot damn. What about the haunted duck call? You put the duck call in the bucket and lower it into the well. When you pull it back up, it's somehow even worse than it was before. The duck call is now both haunted and cursed. Yeah, I think that's everything. A smoldering creosote bush. Phlogistic resin. Well, that's taken care of. Hi, mister. Want to buy a brownie hat? Why would a brownie need a hat? I guess I could see putting a little beret on a croissant, but no, not the eating kind of brownies. I mean the little elf guys from fairy tales. You know, the ones that fix shoes and sleep with your wife. What kind of fairy tales are you reading? Real old ones. I'm very confused. I mean, I'm just assuming they're brownies. Little elf-looking guys anyway. They build little villages and hollow trees and stuff. I found an abandoned one the other day and looted a bunch of little hats from it. Want to buy one? Only 99 meat, and all the proceeds go to charity. What charity? Me! Can I see them first? Sure, have a look. I already have these. Oh, this can't be right. Hang on. Back to the mine. Oh, right, there's a trap door in the fucking... Right. You clear away some of the burned rubble and follow Mazery, and sure enough, there's a trap door in what used to be the floor of the root cellar. You open it to reveal a ladder leading down into the darkness. How much? So this thing does Mysticality, 11 plus 8, so 19 physical damage, as well as all the bonuses I have, and then causes 5 bleeding, 3 poison, and 3 on fire. Oy. This part of the wall is both spooky and moist. Hang on. No worry, you're getting through here. You'd need a bunch of TNT, plus a blasting cap and a detonation plunger. This card is empty, save for a discarded pickaxe. Hell yeah. A card of meat ore. Refine some. Oh, wow! You refine as much of the ore as you can with your bare hands. 958 meat. Looks like someone was drunk mining. Ah, there we go. Uh-oh, and that's putting it mildly. Hi. It has been many years since a human interloper has invaded our home. How novel. Aha, yeah, that's me. Novel, I mean, not the invader part. Perhaps if you please us, we will permit you to join our family and live down here in luxury forever. Luxury? Living in an abandoned mine? The vampire gestures behind him to the rear part of the tunnel. It's actually really nice back there. Oh, huh. The vampires regard you with interest, though an unsettling percentage of that interest is in your neck. Have you guys been trapped down here for 11 years? Nearly, yes. We must thank you for clearing the debris that came to block the trapdoor as the foundation of the house further collapsed over time. Gosh, that sounds terrible. Oh, not at all. We are quite wealthy. It is very comfortable down here. Sure, but didn't you get bored? The vampires exchange glances. What? Admittedly, things did get a bit stale in the bedroom. They had to invent whole new categories of kink previously unexplored by sentient species. This is not the direction I expected this to be going. Yeah, we are real nasty freaks now. Okay, changing the subject. Well, what are you gonna do? Well, now that you aren't trapped anymore, what are you going to do? Well, we've definitely got to go find some proper food. I'm so totally sick of these ghouls. Yes, they are so dry, it's like sucking the blood out of a turnip. Ugh. Well, sure, that's a great idea. Why don't you all leave and make up for the time you spent trapped down here by staying away equally long? Oh, but I could not leave behind all our wealth and luxury for that long. Oh. Alright, we're fighting them. Oh, dear. Orb. Am I about to get hit? Fuck me. God damn it. Again? I wish there was a way to... like, increase your speed, you know? Without having to equip something. 6 bleeding? Might be able to get most of these people to die, actually. Hang on. Yes! Yes, Serpent! Yes, Serpent! Hang on. I think we're fine. We're not fine. Oh, we're fine. Somehow we're fine. Okay. This entire fight was out of my hands, but whatever. It worked out. Zeus has my back, I guess. You won! Somehow. Those vampires should have been living in an iron mine instead. You know, because iron is a lot stronger than gold, see? Okay. Some vampires have intimidating widow's peaks, but the ones who don't wear these hats that make it look like they have one. A bloodle and 339 meat. What the hell? Wow, those vampires really classed up this collapsed mine. Must be nice to be rich. Expensive nightstand. With 251 meat. Better just to not even think about it. All these books have been thoroughly read. They're all dog-eared and practically falling apart. Oh, geez, there's a copy of the Kama Sutra with a huge bite taken right out of it. How'd they get electricity down here? This is a special kind of chest that only rich people are allowed to know about. Ooh, it's chest 2. A dark sofa for dark naps. A fancy mail-order catalog sits atop the fancy mahogany end table. Grab it, fancily. Ooh la la. Expensive Luxuries Incorporated Catalog. A catalog of goods that were high-end at the time this catalog was published, but are now mostly obsolete 40-year-old trash. There's treasure everywhere, item drops. Wow. There's a surprisingly undesanguinated guy back here. Talk to him. Hello? Salutations! I'm Croesus Vanderbilt. You may have heard of me. I'm the richest hobo in the world. That doesn't seem like a high bar to clear. I'm claiming the title regardless. And you are? Oh, Musa Bakula. Nice to meet you. I'm indebted to you for getting rid of those vampires, Musa. I've been hiding back here for weeks. I was obliged to eat my cravat for nourishment. Oh, jeez. Yeah, do you know any hobo code you could teach me? Certainly. Mostly financial jargon, but one never knows what might come in handy. You know, there's a hobo camp just outside of Ocean City, and they sure could use some help wealth-wise if you don't mind sharing. Ah, wonderful. Croesus Vanderbilt, hobo philanthropist. That has a nice ring to it. I shall head there directly. He bows and heads out of the cave. Excellent. Alright, we are done here. Ocean City. Nobody you need to call. Gone. Right, nightstand for the payment. Musa, as expected, your performance continues to be admirable. We will contact you soon with your final mission parametrics, DT. Final? That sounds ominous. That was a lot of Gabagool. You check the message pad next to the phone. Call Don T. You dial the number. Don Toblerone, loquationating. Hi, Don, it's me. Ah, excellentiment. I have one final assignment for you. Final? After this, your perspicacity and qualifications within our organization will have been proven to the ultimatest degree. If you succeed here, you will be herewith promoted to the rank of Caporegime and no longer subject to my various requestations. Wow, okay then. What's the assignment? To assassinify the leader of Ocean City's vampiric coterie. Gosh, at this moment, Baron Ulrich Muska is Muska is visiting his favorite leisure establishment, which is location-wise on the boardwalk of our very own Ocean City. Our information-gathering experts have determined that the password is Masquerade. Deal with him via any methodology suitable to your preferences, provided that the creature is thoroughly destroyificated, and you acquire his golden thing as evidence. Okay, then what? Once your mission has reached a successful conclusion, we will be in touch directly. May you be blessed with fortuitous happenstance, Musa. Thanks. Can we uncurse that duck call? Yes, we can uncurse the haunted duck call, and now it's just a regular haunted duck call. The machine gives one big sniff, and then, you guess? It's over. The cursed haunted duck call is now just a haunted duck call. If you want to get rid of the haunting, that's a different machine. Wait, what's the curse? Oh, this is new. Oh. The men are multiplying. They're armed. Oh, I'm leading them. The time has come. Assassinate. But he looks so sad. Duck? Oh, oh. You examine your haunted duck call. It's still haunted, but it seems to have been suffused by the power of that mysterious duck that quacked you right out of the cursed construct. The curse has been vanquished, though you've gained no love for duck kind. Okay. I don't understand. This thing didn't get upgraded at all. It's just the same. Whatever. High-end mail-order catalog published in the late 19th century. Back then, the catalog alone would send you back 200 meat. Browse. For the modern gentleman, an engraved ivory toothpick that conceals a single-shot firearm in the handle. Holy shit. 7,000 meat. Wow, you'll sure be on the lookout for things like that now. There's treasure everywhere. An old mail-order catalog has opened your eyes to the world and the expensive junk that fills it. There's a lot in the catalog if you got the time to spare. How did they ever make a candle out of ham? Whale-scented ham candle, 1,000 meat per item. Wicks sold separately. So that's where I left it. Personal x-ray, suitable for framing, 5,000 meat per limb. On one page, a 6-bedroom house is advertised for 30 meat, and said that's so upsetting you have to put the book down. Times have changed. Housing has changed. You get a good chuckle for flipping through the old-time capsule. Then you think about someone laughing at you 100 years from now and frown. That's just how it is from here on out. Okay. What are my item drops at now? Hang on. 70%. Hell yeah. Ooh, the 60 meat. That hurts. Alright, I think... Oh, wait. Vampiric bar on the Ocean City boardwalk and retrieve the vampire bosses. Okay, okay. Boardwalk. Your route through the city takes place in a smart park. The park doesn't have any big people in it, probably because what it does have is a big black... Oh god, not again. A big black bell and a bunch of cows. Well, the shadows of cows. Although that implies the existence of cows that are casting the shadows, so I guess they're just shadows shaped like cows for some reason? Isn't that a little weird? I mean, it makes sense to a degree, since the time the cows came home was a pretty dark day for in the history of humanity, and even before then, people told tales of evil cows that grazed the fiery pastures of hell. But they only came home a little over 40 years ago. You'd think, if some dark alien entity wanted to tap into the primal fears of humanity's collective unconscious, it would reach back a little farther than that. I guess I'm just blathering. Sorry, you're probably wanting to get on with the encounter. Alright, am I gonna die again? Again? Jesus. Please don't kill me immediately. They killed me immediately. God damn. $39 spooky and 39 cold damage. That's cool. Cool and good. Honk. 27 damage and cold. It's over. God damn. The stats doubling at the start keeps screwing me over. You lost. The shadow cows trample you, which feels basically like getting trampled by regular cows, except maybe a little muffled, like they're wearing thick wool socks. You totally lost that fight on purpose. You don't even care. You lost that fight, but you don't even care. Water off a duck's back. Okay, you know, the ring of the Raucous Fracas is fun, but it's lost me two fights in a row, which is a little bit bothersome. Do the bottle cap ring, see how that works. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Whatever. We'll see if that does what I want it to. Mood ring. Foots ring. Thunder ring. Pop bum egg. Alright, that's what I got. A grouchy-looking guy standing under the shade of this tiny building's eaves. Same masquerade. Go in. This trunk contains various items lost by various vampires. Find and keep some. Skull cane, shredded vampire pants. These pants make you want to beat up anyone who makes fun of your pants, and conveniently also make it very likely that you'll get the chance. The vampire sits at the table alone, sullenly counting grains of salt. Wow. This gassy vampire is tooting in and out of all the pipes. These ladies are dancing halfway between the floor and the ceiling. There's a sign on the lid of this trunk that says loose body parts. The trunk is mostly full of lips and tongues, but there are a few ears and fingers as well. Some of them even still have jewelry left on them. Knuckle bone ring. A ring made from the knuckle bone of one of those kinds of monkeys whose fingers are always curled into circles. Cracked knuckles increases your entire party's mysticality. Neat. Candles must have gotten scared. This window is closed, locked, glued shut, painted shut, and also has a sign on it that says, "Do not open." These vampires are having a conversation too terrifying to interrupt. The bartender gives you a chilly look. How did you get in? You are no vampire. Oh, no, I am. I'm just new. My fangs haven't grown in yet. Well, since you got past Alto, I suppose that's good enough for me. Do you serve Vine? He makes a disgusted noise and rolls his eyes. Haha, sorry. I require information. Yes? I'm looking for Baron de Muska. We have matters to discuss. The Baron is a very important man and should not be pestered by a neophyte. But it is not like I could stop you. He is sitting right over there. He is the vintage collar. Thanks. These vampires are hovering above their chairs in a spooky way. The door says fiends. A shadow rift. There's some hobo code among the graffiti here. The code reads, whatever you do, don't order the special. That's pretty ominous. This place has hot and cold running blood. Consider this. How does the sink make you feel? Makes my blood boil, makes my blood run cold, makes my blood stink, makes my blood curdle. I need hot armor. It makes my blood boil. You've got a fever somewhere in the 102 to 104 degree range. 3 hot armor, 5 maximum HP. Let's go fight some stuff. Fish. No sense in letting this go to waste. Hematic ichor. This is just the good parts of some blood. Flush. This toilet is pristine. It looks like it has never been used. There's a gun down in there. Maybe if you click the fishing pole, you could snag it. Hooray. There's a... what is it? This guy's name is Kilroy, isn't it? Hang on. Somebody tried to flush the evidence. Toilet pistol. Judging by the stains, this old revolver has spent time in more than one toilet over the years. Fascinating. Kilroy's a good reference. Where's... yeah, the smoldering, hefty, beamed up, flame and sharpened lawnmower. That's my thing. What's going on with the Shadow Rift? Oh dear. A disgusting mirror. A terrible mirror. A hateful mirror. A hateful mirror. Hateful. Terrible. Revolting. Terrible. Disgusting. Revolting. Hideous. Disgusting. Hideous. Fascinating. Part of the nothingness is missing here. Hang on. Here's a bad luck 7. Here's a bad luck 14. Here's a bad luck 21. Can we, like... just stack up... how many years of bad luck can we get going on? How bad can we jinx it? Because bad luck is one thing, but it's another thing to have luck that's so bad it starts to infect other people's luck. Now that I'm down for. Sick. A throbbing ring of negative energy around a glass, darkly. Close it. You use the pliers to twist up different bits of the rift until it gets annoyed with you and slams itself shut. Alright, this elaborately collared vampire sips languidly from his glass, projecting an air of smug nobility. Baron Ulrich to Muska, I presume? Well, aren't you the presumptuous one? Indeed, I'm Baron to Muska. And you are? I'm Musa Bacula. He shrugs indifferently. It is a pleasure to meet me. What is your business? There are too many vampires in here to just attack him. This is going to take a subtle touch. Excuse me for a moment. What's the special? I'll have the special. He nods and mixes you a cocktail that appears to be made of equal parts blood and nothing. Blood Omen. Imagine one of those fun cocktails with dry ice in it, except it's instead of rum, it's made of blood, and instead of carbon dioxide fog bubbling out of it, it's black nothingness. It'll definitely get you wrecked, though maybe not in the sense you were hoping. Jeez. Ooh. How do we get rid of it? 9 muscle opens that. There's something we can do that doesn't require muscle? I guess... oh, whatever. Muscle. 8, and I think we have some pants that give muscle too, don't we? Yes, we do. A refinery worker with a vampire skull cap. Powerful. You get a firm grip on the window, take a deep breath, grit your teeth, and heave. The sash tears free of its various locks and adhesive and slams upward, allowing the room to fill with brilliant white sunlight. Let's just ignore the fact that it's been gloomy and overcast all week. All the vampires inside the bar, Baron to Muska included, scream and burst into flames, quickly disintegrating into piles of gray ash. Heck yeah. I have solved the problem. The Baron's golden fang lies on the table in a pile of ash. Thanks for the memories, Baron. A lot of mob blood has passed through this over the years, so it has a sentimental value to Dante, as well as regular gold value. Alright, easy. Wow. We killed vampires. All of them. I have ended them conceptually. Vampires are no more. We have killed them. Pack it up. Now we just need to deal with the werewolves. You hear someone clapping and turn to see a man in an expensive suit leaning against a nearby lamppost, flanked by 2 burly goons. Even if you didn't recognize him from your bedroom 4 days ago, you'd know him as soon as he opened his mouth. A marvelous outcome, Musa, truly marvelous. You accomplish the task at hand with finesse and aplomb in equal measurement. Hi, Don. You hand Don Toblerone the Baron's gold fang, and he examines it briefly before tucking it away in his jacket pocket. He snaps his fingers, and the 2 goons pat their pockets, becoming more and more flustered, until finally one of them finds what he's looking for and hands it to Don Toblerone with a relieved sigh. Don looks at them in askance, then rolls his eyes and hands you the object, a small black velvet ring box, which proves to contain a gold signet ring. The crest on it appears to be a silhouette of a penguin, a mob capo signet. A solid gold signet ring with a silhouette of a penguin engraved on it. A friendly mob guy will aid you in combat. What's this? This, my newly promotionated comrade, is the seal of our boss. This ring identificates you as a capo regime within the organization, with all the privileges therein to which you are hereby entitled. Wow! Like what? The details of your specific role, salary, and etc. are still to be determined. You will be contactifinated in a week or so with further information. In the meantime, howsoever, wearing this ring will guarantee you the aid of one of our operatives whenever you find yourself embroiled in an altercation, whether melee or gun-wise. You shake hands amiably. Welcome to the family, Musa Bakula. It will be an honor and a privilege both to be working with you in the future. Oh gosh, I don't know what to say. Thanks, Don. Don Toblerone and the 2 goons sing a spirited verse of "For he's a jolly good fellow," and then tip their hats and saunter away. Aw, shucks. The mob guys are so nice. It's cute. I love this mob. It's the nicest mob I've ever seen in a video game. They fight vampires and give me cool rings. What's there to dislike? All right, we've got the capo signet. I think that's good for today. I'm pretty fucking tired. As I said at the beginning of the stream, I didn't get too much sleep last night, and I woke up at like 7 in the morning. So I'm thoroughly exhausted. We are going to finish. So this is basically us finishing up chapter 5. Tomorrow we're going to hop into chapter 6, and I think that's going to be our last stream of this game because chapter 6 is obviously the last part of the game. So we'll go there, see what we can do in Government Valley, and hopefully we can assassinate the Shadow President. So with that said, I hope you guys had some fun. This was kind of like a bit of a mishmash of a part, but I'm glad we got the mob side quest done and all that. And I will be back on Saturday. We're starting a new game. We do that still. It's been a while. We've been playing like 3 games for the past like 2.5 months or something, but on Saturday we're playing Judgment, which I think is going to be pretty fun. That's for those of you who don't know, it's like a spin-off game to the Yakuza series or Ryoga Koto, whatever you're familiar with, but basically you play as a detective on the mean streets of Kamurocho, and what you can expect is that it's going to be a very tense story with some really goofy shit in between, which I'm really eager to play. But until then, I will leave you guys be. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your week, and I hope the weekend upcoming is good for you as well. Anyway, thank you once again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Alright, bye-bye.